Welcome everyone to game. Why did I say game? To Steam Next Fest 2024. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are having a great day. I hope I'm gonna make it better because I'm gonna have a bunch of games planned for today. In total, 20. Drumroll. I cannot drum. 29. That's right. 29 of the devil. Great sizzles of neon above me. The summer shower creates a noted uptick in the flickering of holograms down the street, and a slight blunting of the night's ambience. Emphasis on slight. Lights, cameras, and constant noise. This city's got insomnia, with the uneven heart rate to prove it. There's no escaping the second-hand nervous energy of it all, and I'm plenty acclimated. Just a wave of worries cresting on the surface while I hold my breath deep below. Besides, a microdose of nightlife anxiety suits my mood just fine. Because if I'm not careful, this client of mine's gonna die in jail. The trap music in the back is really good though. Morgan! Criminal attorney. It's hard to get away with murder cases. People are still presumed innocent, at least on paper. But by the time they're in cuffs, there's hardly any shadows of doubt left. Shadows of doubt mentioned? Kyon? Ayo? Ayo, yeah. I love the music already. Because this whole world's lit up, mapped out, never unknown, and always online. Whether it's incandescent or neon or hollow, whether it's LCD, LED, or just the nearest phone screen, there's light shining on every last pixel of the map, and someone's always watching. Solitude's a rarity, anonymity is scarce. And criminal defense attorneys aren't exactly flush with customers. So you take whatever clients you can get, you don't balk at public defender work, no matter the hour. And should you find yourself in one of the last dark, quiet corners left in the whole world, well, smoke 'em if you got 'em. Not that there's much else I can do until my phone. Counselor, your public defender contract has been approved. Currently texting with state.system. You are expected at the 254th precinct. Please present your ID at the door to enter. Arrive at least 50 minutes early. I'll try! A heart emoji! Looks like the paper will come true. Oh, full access! Get approved to take your first client. I already got achievements? It's nearly 3:15 now. 90 minutes since I took the job. Probably makes it about 2 hours since they finally got smart enough to ask for a lawyer. If they're really smart, they'll have used the time to get some rest. Because now that I'm here, things are going to get busy. Episode 0. And he shall appear. Amen. The modium's cracked in the corner. Looks bad, but my phone made of the same stuff, and I'm rolling the dice every time it falls off the sofa. You probably know the warranty of one of these things with a loud sneeze. At least it's not broken entirely. Even in this hour, it's still dutifully scrolling through its notifications. Looks like the usual one-on-one ratio of public health alerts and inoffensive pop culture trivia you always get served at state buildings. There's a few missing persons too. 1 year of a silver plan coverage, courtesy of Caduceus as a reward for any. Silver's no joke. Family must be getting desperate. Alright, I've taken in all the scenery and learned as much as I can here. Time to get checked in. It booted up fine, so far so good.
Good morning.
Morgan, here for the Republic Defender contract.
Could you please provide your name and...
Unlock your first character profile.
Great! Please stand still for a moment.
I wouldn't call intake holos charming, more like harmless. But that's probably what the designers were aiming for. People don't mind a quirk or two in their tag, so long as it never speaks out of turn.
I'm sorry, I'm having trouble placing you. Could you please provide your name and date of birth?
So far so good, was it? Scan my card.
Say, why don't you just scan my ID card? Great! Now, could you just confirm your date of birth for me?
Why do they even bother asking? My birth is on the card and my profile. I have to be a world-class airhead to get this question wrong.
No problem, my birthday is...
December 26th, thank you. I had a feeling I could check it. December 26th. December 26th.
Perfect! Good morning, Morgan Counselor. Thank you for your timely arrival and for taking on this public defender contract. If you are ready to speak to your client, you can proceed to counseling quarter 3C.
Is that what we're calling it now? You mean the interrogation room?
I'm sorry to have caused any confusion. My vocabulary is legally updated to better reflect state standards.
Don't sweat it. I can't keep track of every new euphemism either. They could call it the involuntarily wellness check room if they like. Doesn't change the way it makes a person feel. Sitting in a stifled box of one-way panels. Nothing to see but their own reflection duly warped across gunmetal walls.
Morgan Counselor, can I help you with anything else?
Because of your read earlier, you're unlocked an additional question. Read and examine at every opportunity to build up your knowledge and get most of the why the disrepair? I know the city is not terribly concerned with the lower wards, but this is a police station. Why is it so goddamn dusty?
This facility is currently undergoing renovations.
Since when? The 60s?
It has been 22 months. Since the timetable was last updated.
They really don't see a lot of action around here, do they?
I'm sorry for any inconvenience you might have encountered. I'm adaptable.
What about you? They ever gonna fix the crack?
Thank you for asking. It has not interfered with my work.
Well, that's all that matters, right? I don't want to ask what she's.
That'll be all, thank you. You'll find the counseling quarters past the homicide detective's office through the door to your right.
Thanks. But I think I'm just me for now, so you could go on break if you like. You could go on a break if you like.
Automated dependents do not take breaks, Morgan Counselor.
Then what are you doing before I walked in?
Why don't you mind your own fucking business?
You'll find the counseling quarters past our homicide detective's office.
Okay, that was kind of funny. To the door to the right, thank you. Ads don't get breaks, and they don't get my jokes. But it's usually the humorless types that are the most fun to mess with anyway. Eyes gone bad or something? A voice. No, voices coming from down the hall. Compared to yours? Probably. Compared to yours. Thank God I stopped for directions. A building this empty. The desk could have just told me to follow the echoes. One voice sounds older, rougher, and decidedly low energy. Appreciate you caring about me. God forbid I try to be serious. while the other rings with youthful indignation. It's not like our job is important or anything. Definitely cops. And at this precinct, at this hour, they might be the only two living, breathing people in the whole complex. Because why else would you bother to print all that out? One document or 100 looks the same on the data pad. Anytime you question a suspect, you need to have a heavy file in hand. Makes them think you know them better than their priests, their mother, their big brother. I wasn't gonna say that. So, how many of those sheets are blank then? No red carpet tonight, officers. Oh, sorry about that, ma'am. Good cop! We don't keep many extra hands around at these hours. Probably faster to let the desk handle intake anyway. But mostly cheaper. Bad cop. You the lawyer?
I am! Morgan Esquire, pleased to meet you.
Same here, Counselor Quasim London. And the ball of sunshine, here is my partner, Farah Reyes. Ball of sunshine?
She certainly is. Huh?
Sorry if you were kept waiting. Chatter between the department has been hectic all night. It's no trouble. Give me time to enjoy my cigarette. Gave me time to enjoy my cigarette. Cigarette? Like tobacco? What are you, 80? She can't be more than a few years younger than me. Oh wow, they insulting each other? We're detectives in charge of this particular case. And it looks like tonight we're also your humble guides to the illustrious homicide department. Apology in advance for any cobwebs. Pretty sure I've seen this London character around the courthouses before. He never struck me as more than just some old-timer. But I suppose being an old-timer is an accomplishment in and of itself in his profession. Sunshine is definitely a new face though. Rigid in her posture and her attitude. 3 in the morning and her shirt still looks ironed. Freshly promoted, maybe? 2 whole detectives working on these hours? Sounds serious. Unless you were just the first to arrive on the scene. No, we were not nearly that timely. The uniform responded to the emergency calls within a few minutes. Calls, plural, must have been quite the commotion. Look around, you think we're the first to arrive for anything? She's not wrong. We were only trapped after circumstances at the scene indicated involvement with an ongoing investigation. Our ongoing investigation. Not very subtle, is she? But I may as well bite at this point. So, you suspect that this client of mine is involved in some separate criminal activity? Wait, did they really not? No, I guess they wouldn't put it in a public defender's briefing. Look, consider this a little professional courtesy. A fair warning, yeah? That's the Heartbreak killer in that room. Why is this music so good? And we've got the bastard dead to rights. So if you're kind, you'll help him plead it out. And if you're smart, you'll pass this shit storm on to some other night owl and go back to bed.
I'm not feeling particularly kind or smart at the moment. So perhaps in the meantime, you'd be so polite as to fill me in about the Heartbreak killer.
They cover utilities at the rock you live under?
Is there a problem?
You're seriously not familiar with HK?
Never heard of him.
I've heard enough of him for a lifetime. I've never heard of him! I know everything. That name has been plastered all over the city for weeks, their crimes wavering between breaking news and urban legends. Their presumed goals flip-flopping from unadulterated anarchy to unappreciated vigilantism. At street corners, in the media, on the net. Everyone's indulging in the exact kind of armchair detective speculation that I can't stand. But right now, I need to figure out exactly how much the police do or don't know.
And when it comes to cops, I always get better results playing dumb than I do acting smart. I take it he's a repeat offender? Was it the killer part that tripped you off? You must have at least heard about his MO. Media's going crazy with it, along with everyone else. One bullet, straight through the heart, body left to lie where it falls. Hence the name, Heartbreak? Not exactly creative, but amidst the swirls of every other 100-word article out there, catchiness trumps originality trumps. What you won't read about online is that all 6 of HK's victims were shot by the same gun, without even needing to reload. Horrible to say, I know, but 6 for 6? That's pretty good shooting, isn't it? Hitting the bullseye at the shooting range is good shooting. Doing it 6 times in a row is great. But shooting 6 people with accuracy like that? It's a whole different beast. Takes a certain kind of monster, a real freak. His pulse probably didn't even rise. I see. Sounds robotic. You almost make him sound like a machine. Is it possible that... No, it is not. There's no such thing as a killer robots, madam. Of course, my mistake. So all those androids marching in the military, those robots patrolling in police uniforms, those drones dropping firebombs from the sky... I guess they're all firing blanks. Fair enough. Machines can kill, and they have been for decades. But they don't commit murder. Alright. Evil like Heartbreak. Heartbreak is all organic. That's a pretty terrifying thought. I should really start paying more attention to the news. I managed to miss 6 murders. Well, you can only blame yourself for missing 5. Pardon. You're still not getting it? HK's 6th victim was found a few hours ago, when we caught the son of a red-handed. So you're convinced that my client is this Heartbreak killer and tonight was just his latest crime? That's a serious accusation, with very serious consequences. I take it you have serious evidence to back that up? Pfft, I was being literal, counselor. Red-handed. We found your client. He was covered in her blood. Well, that's not good, is it? Kinda silly. What you say certainly sounds compelling. Is that lawyer talk for open and shut? But even if that's the case, how does one crime scene make him look good for 6 murders? The circumstantial at best. That's circumstantial at best. Look, I'm really... it's getting hard to me to read because my throat is really sour. It's all the discovery files and the arcs, of course. Join the local net on your phone and we'll turn over everything you need. I bet. Thanks for that, detective. I'll be sure to read it all over. But if it's all the same, could I ask you some questions while I've got you here? The hell kind of attorney wants to interrogate the detectives? He's kind of attorney. You're just that pleasant. Come on, sunshine. Not like we're gonna be punching out anytime soon, right? Whatever. Let your client stew in the interrogation all night for all I care. You mean the counseling quarters? We're at your disposal, counselor. Okay, this is literally... This is literally Danganronpa. It's literally Danganronpa. It's hella funny. Baron Stark and uninviting. It's more like Danganronpa. Reyes' desk, keeping your workstation neat and tidy is admirable, but I can't stop a single note of personalization. Mode, sorry. If she's so new she hasn't had time to unpack, or is she really that uptight and boring? I swear I'm just waiting until Maya shows up and gets arrested somehow. Lol. Both maybe. You shouldn't have cleaned up so much just for little old me, Detective London.
Someone really needs to introduce this guy to a filling system, or even just a stapler. Paper documents get to the butt lazily alongside actual photographs. Either he's really old-fashioned or really paranoid about data leaks. And he doesn't look like the paranoid type. Well, orderliness aside, some things are better in paper, I'll give him that. Loose wires, missing panels, an aircon system that probably sweats more than the people it's supposed to cool. No room in the budget for making the office not look like shit, huh? I expected to find a lot of bad tightening at Homicide, but I didn't think their operation would be this bare bones. They've got stunning clearance rate and they work fast. Guess the city sees that and just assumes their job is easy. Maybe their job is easy, but with our dear doting surveillance stays eliminating so much of the footwork. But if your wheels don't squeak, you don't get your palms greased. So Homicide ends up as the only state department with a shrinking budget. A dumping grounds for the police force most unambitious and least popular. Okay, nothing else to jumps out me around here. I've got better idea of who I'm dealing with at least. Now I need to check out the crime scene data. I should have been sent a link. Press C to confirm. Confirm. You need to reply C in order to confirm. Am I talking to a person? I'm an automated dependent. Ads are usually more polite. Our personalities are tailored to suit our users' preferences. So the stakes likes you to be a little authoritarian. You need to reply C. In case it's case sensitive. Thank you. Link uxi. Alright, if I project on my phone. Alright, I give it to the game, it's creative, but it's too much reading for me. Just a lot of reading. Augmented reality crime scene. Alright, let's see what the police have and what they think is important. A stand-up mirror shattered and knocked over. Real glass, no screens or cameras here. It was hit hard enough to come unattached from its arm while shards of glass were scattered, far enough to land on the victim's body. What a mess. Uncover the first piece of evidence. It seems like this face got tossed aside at some point, and yet there's not a scratch on it. Must be pretty damn durable. Isn't art supposed to be delicate? Maybe it's making a statement. The murder weapon, a revolver found right next to the body. 6 empty castings found in each of the 6 chambers, meaning the gun's been fired 6 times. Looks like the crime scene techs practically disassembled the damn thing. But all they found were fingerprints belonging to my client, so he was found by the police with the murder weapon right in front of the body. I don't even know where to start. Highly prejudicial would be an understatement. The victim's body. Because of that, ballistic trauma, class 4 blood loss, atrium and aorta, single gunshot wound to the heart in brief. That was instantaneous. No injuries anywhere else and no blood or skin under her nails. Blood splatter forensics and all other good stuff tells me that she was shot from there. So the killer was standing in the doorway when they fired. That's all the big ticket items. What about security? Looks like the apartment was unlocked all night. It's not uncommon for people their age in a neighborhood like this, but no signs of forced entry only hurts my client's case. What about the rest of the room? There's not much else flagged here. Just a lounge chair that got thrown and whatever that is. Unidentified ceramic debris? Flagged as irrelevant. That's a technical assessment. Guess even the crime scene techs weren't sure what to make out of it. Maybe the victim's body simply just did that, or the bullet with the same battle profile just happened to be shot from outside. There are too many uncertainties. Yeah, like there's a chance that it was all flagged for you to enter like this and just, you know, find the body. Okay, that's everything that the police highlighted. But did I miss anything? It's 27 degrees, I guess? What the hell is that? Oh! Something in the victim's hand. How the hell did... It's just as a pill organizer. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday? Looks like some immune adjusters, NSAIDs, and Triprexazone, a synthetic glucocorticoid medication. Taken daily to reduce rejection symptoms like phantom pain and generalized itch. The autopsy said her tox screen was clear, but it's not like it matters. She could have swallowed every medicine cabinet in the city and it still wouldn't change the cause of death. It's odd, but ultimately irrelevant. Everything else here is all very incriminating, but the kicker, everything that's not here. Now, no out-of-place DNA, footprints, crumbs, nothing that points towards anyone except my client. Well, I've done more with less before. Are you certain that it's really the victim is dead? Kids these days are so dramatic. It was literally shot in the heart. She was literally shot in the heart, but not much more. I'm really gonna have to sing for my super this time. Better get started. Who the hell's messaging me at this time of night? First person who comes to mind is... I suppose it could be something important. Brat! Red! But couldn't wait till morning. Good news, of course. Got a job for you. That's perfectly cheery way to tell me you violated parole. No, not that kind of job. Besides, I've been covering my tracks. This is something different. Kind of thing I can't handle with just a keyboard and phishing scheme. I need you to sue my gym teacher. What? Ew, I had worse. Not that kind of lawyer, sorry. At least let me finish. What did they do? Make me run laps. Not illegal. Let me finish! They made me run laps. Even though I said I had a stomachache. Said. Gotta be like... youth endangerment. That's like her child, right? It's gotta be, or like her niece or nephew. Depraved indifference or some kind of shit. Sounds like you're already got a strong case. Try self-representing this time. What's with the blow-off? Nice phrasing. Oh wow, I'm laughing so hard right now. See? Okay, I don't know who this is. Is that your mugshot? I wasn't gonna not get a copy of my mugshot and use it as a reaction. You gotta give it to her. They, them, they're funny. I'm glad we found the use case. But I'm working right now, so... Anything cool? Homicide. Oh, cringe. Okay, they're kind of funny. If I ever had a mugshot, I'd use it as a reaction. Yeah, like a Trump style. Wait, what kind of homicide? Is it HBK? HBK? Is that kind of morbid thing kids your age talk about? Teens my age. Excuse you. Oh yeah, we can read. And yeah, we can read. Compared to the corrupt shit in the headlines. Old-fashioned murder like hearty bees, like quaint. It's not heartbreak. Then why'd you take the job, lol? You see the 98% conviction rate as a challenge or something? You taking up lost cause pro bono's work? It's pro bono. That was autocorrect. You know they give little homework for a reason, right? They give lit homework. This is borderline concern nagging. Maybe you really are a bleeding heart. Or just a sucker. Not a sucker. I'm not a sucker. Nice phrasing, lol. You should go to bed, friend.
Oh, a friend!
Tomorrow's Sunday, I can stay up if I want. Oh, that's important for us to know the dates. Tomorrow is Sunday. Because today's Saturday. Oh, that's so we know the date. What's with the carpe diem shit? It's nearly 4 AM, kid. You've got school in like 3 hours.
Shit!
Sunday school? Repeat offenders may be good for business, but that kid's bad for my blood pressure. Important text message, I take it.
Just a typical teenage drama.
So then, if you wouldn't mind filling me in on a few details. Androids and cops. Let's see timeline first. I saw the time of the death was 9 PM on the autopsy, but do you have a timeline for the rest of the night's events? Can't trust much of what comes out of his mouth. Because we managed to thanks to less biased sources. And we're pretty confident about what we've been able to piece together from their statement. So they interviewed witnesses. Sounds eerily similar to real police work. The suspect and his girlfriend were arguing loudly with one another starting around 8 PM. Neighbors were very clear about that part. Couldn't wait to tell us all about the happy couple's domestic problems. Oh wow! The eye! Oh god, now I saw it! And the building knew they'd been fighting for weeks. As you probably gathered from what you saw in the arcs, there was a struggle. Furniture turned over, glass shattered. But things got quiet sometimes before 9 PM. And then there's a gunshot. Scrubbers are still scrubbing, looking for audio from the area to get a timestamp. But we heard from enough cornered citizen to be pretty damn sure about the time. Right, emergency service got a burst of calls from the block shortly after 9 PM. No one seemed to recognize the sound for what it was, but the silence that followed was pretty universally alarming. Officers arrived on the street at 9-8 PM, established a perimeter, entered through the open front of the door 9-10 PM, and then they find your client crouched over his dead girlfriend, his hand covered in her blood. If this is a serial killer who killed 6 victims shooting through the heart, right? Why kill his girlfriend as one of the victims? Like that's just weird. Like it's not giving serial killer unless he dated all of his girlfriends, you know? And all of his victims, sorry. At which point they moved to secure the scene and the suspect. Sorry, did you say his hand? Singular? Your client's modded cybernetic right arm. How modded are we talking about here? Registered with the how 85 habilis industrial grade looks like. Says his spec for dexterous manipulation of up to class 4 KPA, which means the minimum grip strength of, well, basically, he could crush your neck without even gritting his teeth. Serial killers are known to have impulse to want to kill. Yeah, it's like, I mean, true, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's definitely not him. It's definitely not our client, okay? We have to defend the client. Considering a career change? No, it's not like that. It's just your eye must be very sensitive for you to put the patch back on each time.
And here I thought you just had a 14 years old sense of fashion. She's savage. She's savage. She's fucking savage. You think a cop would cover up her dominant eye because it was fashionable? I actually thought the same thing the first time.
His hair, whack. His gear, whack. The way that he talks, whack. The way that he doesn't even like to smile, whack. Me, I'm tight as fuck.
This is so stupid. What? But getting back on track, that arm of his has been in the shop for some time now. He can't work without it, money got tight. The arguing? Yeah. When did he put his arm in for repairs? 8 days before HK's first victim was killed. Well, no chance they'll be willing to chalk that up to coincidence. Your client was arrested on the scene after a preliminary scan found his fingerprints on the revolver. And no one else's. Okay! So if they found fingerprints on it, that means that he shot with his non-robotic hand. Right? I'm gonna go have a good stream. Have a great night, Theo. I really wanna finish this, but it's taking too long and I don't like it. Not a revolver, what kind? The old kind, the really old kind. More specific, a Calver M45. 55, I cannot read. 6 chambers, 10mm. Calver, how retro. He at least grabbed the gun, not that he used it. Oh, true, true. I'm just thinking, okay? You don't know the half of it. We're talking steel chamber, real gunpowder, mechanical firing pin, and no tags. No tags? How is that? Just how? What are we talking here? Yeah, 24/7 location data, timestamp, trigger pulse, safeties coded to owner, biometrics. For the past 3 decades, tags made shooting crimes very unambiguous. So you're claiming my client used some kind of antique to commit these crimes? How else do you think he'd have gotten away with these 5 other times? That would be proven by shoot from the gun. Oh yeah, because these kind of guns have like the powder, no? They would have found the powder on his hand anyway, the gunpowder. I bet the shooter used his left arm. He has a robot left arm shenanigan. Yeah, this is... Okay, I wanna... Powder residue, yeah. I love true crime we should make a true crime podcast, but it's gonna... Instead of being true, we just say a lot of bullshit fake crimes. And then we wait until a serial killer actually finds our true crime podcast, makes it into real life podcast, and then we're going to cash in and we're gonna have so much money.
Guess what happens next?
FBI, open up!
Do not commit crime, but if you commit crime, here's our offering. I wanna commit crimes. Buy a gun legit, it probably failed the very first psych check. I cannot read that. And even jailbroken pieces are only good for so long before update withdrawal sets in. So then M54, that's model year 2054. A 30-year-old gun. Okay, so we're in the future. Well, that sure complicates things, doesn't it? In some ways, sure. But pre-tagging firearms are rare. Gotta be less than 1,000 of them left in the whole country and fewer still compatible bullets. The ammunition would have to be over 30 years old too. The novelty of this weapon has kept us in the dark so far, but now that we have our hands on it, it's gonna put him away for good. Archive department complained loud as hell about how deep they had to dig. But with the protocols they found, the tech were able to match the rifling marks on all 6 bullets to the gun your client has found with. Rifling marks? Bullets fired from guns that old are marked by the barrel shape. Oh, so when you shoot it, it basically has the same... It leaves a mark on the bullet. We will commit tax evasion. Okay, fine, that's close enough.
So if all 6 bullets had the same rifling marks, we know that they are all fired by the same gun. It's not as plug and play as tags are, but it's equally precise science, I assure you. And if that's not damning enough, the spent casings, I don't know, from the other 5 shootings were still in the chamber. Without even needing to reload. You know what I realized? That the game takes place in the future, however, like this case, it's very specific on our modern time guns, right? Which is like, I'm talking about something that is really okay to me, but like to fuse it with something that is modern, it's really fun. I like this concept. The barrel scrapes the bullet, which in like a gun fingerprint. Yes, I know. Oh my god, this is so good. Wanna join a call and we try to crack this case? Wanna join a call and we crack this case together? Without even needing a reload. The caliber your client was found with is the gun HK used to kill 6 women. No way to lie around it. Okay, so and on top of that, all the victims are women. Pick up your. Oh, you're calling me already? Hold on. Sup, dog?
Wow.
An untagged gun, just being anywhere near a weapon like that could warrant you arrest. Being found by the police over a dead body with an untagged gun used at 5 other crime scenes is just... To summarize then, you believe that my client fought verbally, then physically, with his girlfriend. And then he retrieved this weapon and shot her? Yeah, pretty much. Okay, but like, even if they fought physically, it was clearly mentioned that she didn't had any kind of skin under her fingernails. Okay, so that was like she was not resisting. So I think it was like a surprise. Like she didn't even have time to, you know.
Yeah, but the crime scene doesn't make sense because there was first a lot of fighting, then quiet, and then a gunshot.
Yeah, and you remember that she fell like. So it said that the mirror broke.
Yeah.
But
I doubt
the
the
mirror
fight
is
scene
not
like
close enough for the girl, you know, it was said.
I mean, the thing is still that just you have a fight that hard where you just basically trash your own apartment, and then you just quietly grab a gun. You walk out of a room and then just shoot someone. That just does not make sense.
Yeah.
Either that or she would have already been knocked unconscious and he wanted to finish the job, but then why would you use a gun?
Yeah, true. Like
Because that will it just doesn't make sense in an apartment, because you would, if he is a serial killer, he would understand how not to get caught, because he has killed 5 people.
yeah, it's almost like this person, there's a chance that the boyfriend did kill her, but he just found the gun. Like out in blue. But like, okay, let's get to it, because there's so many questions here. Okay.
I think Keon did it.
It's Keon did it.
Yeah, it's Keon.
How did he look when the officers found him? Guilty. How was his effect? Quiet, detached, stiff. Not exactly a picture of a grieving partner.
That doesn't make that is not how that works. People react to shock differently. I mean,
Yeah.
if you would find a dead body, you could probably. I could see him grab the gun, see what it is, throw it aside,
And touch
try
the
to
body.
help his girlfriend,
Yeah.
and touch the body, because that is the first thing you probably do.
Yeah. That reaction may have lost him points with the cause, but beyond that, people react to loss in all kinds of unusual way. Let's go.
Literally a detective.
You are literally this woman. This woman is your and mine love child in 2000 and God knows what.
I am literally this woman.
Oh my god, guys, we.
No! No! Our daughter will solve crime.
And so long as the police are suspicious of you, there's no right way to grieve. Alright, which one do you want?
I would say details. I would want more details about the other murders.
Yeah, so how about the basics? What exactly has my client been charged with? Your client, Carlos Baker Flat, was arrested on the scene at 9:50 p.m. Using his middle name already? They really do think he's a serial killer. The charge being the first-degree murder of his girlfriend, Miss Deanne Dawn. First degree, that's increasingly rare. To say the least. It's rare for us to get handed anything but crimes of passion around here. City's got damn near more cameras than people. Yeah, I think this is more like a... is it second degree murder is when you like in the heat of the moment?
Yeah, it's either it's second degree if it's
heat of the
like
moment.
manslaughter when it's accidental, but like
the third degree is like
or
accidental.
Yeah, no, that's more manslaughter. You didn't mean to kill them, but you did mean to harm them. Or you weren't like okay, so first degree is you prepared the murder and you like went through with it.
Yeah.
I think second degree is without telling. I'm going to Google this now because.
Alright. I'm gonna read in the meantime. So you gotta be really, really stupid to try and get away with murder. Well, Heartbreak's gotten away with 6. We did 6 times. No, 5 times. What do you mean 6? So what makes... What's that make him? 5 times. And that makes him insane. I was gonna go with extraordinary. Let's put a difference and say he's extraordinarily insane. But nut jobs like that aren't renowned for their ability to think ahead. So what makes you think this was predetermined?
So, second degree murder is when it's accidental,
Mm-hmm.
or it doesn't have any premeditation, or might have been, or and may only have been intended to rather cause harm, rather than death. So I could see this. Then, if it's been a passion of crime, it probably would have been.
Yeah. So, how about the fact that he stalked and killed 5 other women as a warm-up? Do you think it was a warm-up to kill his own girlfriend, though?
Like, this kind of, imagine just first stalking and then killing your own girlfriend. Like, yeah, first I climbed to Mount Everest before I took the stairs and stuff to the elevator. What is way easier to do, that's why there are a lot more murders where you know the victim, than just looking for a random woman, which you don't know if she's armed, you don't know what she is capable of, you don't know if she lives alone or anything. Yeah, you would know eventually, but it's just way overthinking it.
A warm-up. 5 previous bullets, 5 previous victims. None of them knew each other, lived near each other, worked in the same field. Weeks of digital autopsies crawling up and down their online profiles. Hold on. Oh, that's my money or what?
I think it is.
Oh my god, there's so many reading. Oh, I have evidence? The coat of a suspect was wearing when taken into custody, taken by lab techs for additional analysis, but initial tests show blood on the left sleeve matches that of the victim.
Which arm, which is robot arm again? Left and right?
Let's see. The suspect's prosthetic. Handustic ability, blah, blah, blah. Was an impressive combat of grip strength, whatever. The suspect of it and its sister product went along the words. Doesn't say. But I think it's the left one. I mean... Oh my god, that did say that he touched the corpse with his left hand. The bloody one. But no, that looks like a right hand. Am I crazy?
Yeah.
Autopsy report. Cause of the ballistic trauma. Single bullets pierced through the sternum. Yeah. Wait, there's some handwriting on the bottom of the scanned document. Some handwork as per 5 lab message to confirm ballistics match. Debris. Ceramic debris of indeterminate origin.
Wait, how do you call this?
What?
Read that title again.
Debris?
It's debris.
Okay, me dude. Found on the far side of the room by the western window. Technicians note flag is irrelevant on next pass. Revolver.
No, wait. Say that word again, but not correctly.
Debris?
Debris. Yeah. It doesn't make sense, but it is true.
Okay, this is the revolver. Vase. And yeah, the vase is either sturdy. Weighty and sturdy. It remains featureless even after being tossed. Glass shards. Pieces of glass shards from the broken mirror. Said mirror was a low-tech furnishing with no digital components to pull data from. Hit with enough force to scatter shards of glass onto the victim's body. Pill organizer. Ah, yeah, common brand of the pill organizer found in cases. Victim contains a number of prescriptions and over-the-pressure medicine, including immune adjusters, whatever that is. I can check the notes later. The case clasps are surprisingly difficult to open. Why does that matter? Victim was shot from the room doorway. No unexpected DNA, no unexpected crumbs left, no expected fingertips, and no evidence of digital tampering. Oh wait, victim. Oh, the victim of the undone was a 27-year-old agricultural genetics issue. Found shot. And you're to blame. You give love a bad name.
No, Jack the Ripper was way different with his victims. He was like way more
What?
artistic. No, Kjell said, why does it sound like a Jack the Ripper case? Jack the Ripper was different. He would just
He was like passion. Like he felt like
really
he had to kill and he did it.
Oh, that's what they think. They don't know. So, like, ask Morgan.
Oh, this is Heartbreak. Flat. Oh, he's gonna be sexy, I'm telling you. London. Why do I know this?
Oh wait, no, look at flat. Look at flat.
First degree homicide.
He does seem to have a right arm that is modified.
Where?
If you look at the shadow, his right arm seems to be missing, so I think that's the prosthetic that's missing. So he has a right arm.
But his left side was bloody.
Yeah, but so that's already very weird.
You know what I wanted to check? Not evidence, not search terms. Yes, these. Oh, they didn't have the dog. I wanted to check if they had the one with the drugs, but no.
Yeah, that's with mods, I think. Oh, whatever. We should probably get to going on.
Crawling up and down their online profiles, nothing. So the serial killer chose his victims at random if they have nothing in common. Yeah, nothing in common at all. Other than that, they all look like cousins. Alabama?
Oh, it's surely like they don't all look the same. Oh my god. No, that could never be a thing.
The physical symmetries are striking. All 5 prior victims were young women with brown hair and eyes, about the same height, comparable weight. Well, those features aren't exactly uncommon. Couldn't it be a coincidence? I think not! If you really believe that, you should quit your job and start buying lotto tickets. HK got himself a type. Anyone can see that. You really gonna try and tell me you don't see the resemblance? A young woman, brown hair, brown eyes. Can't tell how tall she is from the portrait, but I can take the hint. So you think what exactly? That Carlos Platt wanted to kill his girlfriend so badly he went out and shot 5 other women first? Yeah, that's a... Hey, if the shoe fits... If the shoe fits... Then you put the shoe on the... What Sunshine means is that it's not uncommon for killers to displace their violence from people close to them onto outlets with fewer consequences. Drifters, loners, strangers, workers. He was probably building up the nerve for tonight by first practicing and these other similar women. That's far stretch, okay?
No, but listen, if he was premeditating it, why have a fight? Why not
Yeah,
up,
why not
shoot
do
her?
it? Yeah, real. Like, you already killed 5 women. You were ready. Why start arguing? We're just far gone that he can't tell the difference anymore. It's not the worst theory in the world, but it doesn't fit. They want to claim that those previous victims were practice runs, dress rehearsals for tonight's main event. But if that were the case, there'd have been signs of hesitation, nerves. There'd have been mistakes. On top of which, concerning personal execution shots even more so. There's no sadism or hatred or intimacy in a single bullet to the heart. Killing your girlfriend on her look-alikes usually is, if nothing else, a lot less sterile. Yeah, I mean, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's a point. If you ask me. That scared me a bit. Alright, Heartbreak or Androids?
I would say first Heartbreak. Let's just get this MO a bit clearer.
Checking my phone here, and I have to say, you've done a pretty admirable job keeping the details of HK crimes a secret. The less reputable sites are doing some real journalistic acrobatics trying to piece together a story. Yeah, top 11 tiers on Who Hurt HK was a real weighty read. It's not just journalists though, all kinds have been emboldened. The freaks that HK's managed to bring out of the woodwork in just a few weeks. Can you blame them though? I mean, he's a genuine serial killer. Repeat offenders in general are endangered species, but he's gotten away with... We know what he's gotten away with. Oh, she's getting salty.
It's good issue.
Take a look around us, detective. National DNA registers robust enough that cases never go cold. Cameras on every street, a phone on every citizen, violent crime at an all-time low, and clearance rates at all-time highs. But you're gonna spout some oddball bullshit about invasion of privacy? No, I'm not. People are safer now than any other time in the history, detectives. So when someone like Heartbreak does come along... Good point, haha. Not just trying to look like he can laugh it off. But pressure from higher-ups must be reaching its peak. They want, maybe need, to see someone charged, and that makes them predictable. Ooh, this is kind of creepy. Yeah, well, even if there's nothing standard about HK, Department SOP still dictates that we starve the media for case details. That way, when we do feed them, they're grateful for whatever scraps they get. But we can't take all the credit this time around. Homicide's tight-knit and tight-lipped, but it's not like there's much information for us to leak in the first place. And why is that? Because none of these shootings were caught on the opt-in crime surveillance system.
I'm going to say there will be a there will be it will be a robot. Just watch it. It will be either someone who knows how to hack a
mainframe.
Yeah.
How is that even possible? I know that there are some rough areas in the lower wards, but Optics is watching every other street in the entire city. You're saying you haven't seen this killer on camera once? You think we'd have let him kill 6 people if we did? I understand your concerns, man, but Optics is only what it says in the name. Private surveillance system signing up to feed into the state's security network. It's not perfect, just another one of the many public safety tools in our belt. It's not meant to be perfect, it's meant to help us solve crimes. Or at least act as a deterrent. One would hope so. Fat chance. Deterrents are for war rooms and board meetings.
War rooms.
Anyone crazy and desperate enough to commit a crime in a city like this couldn't care less about anything as vague as the consequence of their action. It's like a safety blanket, one with every few holes left in it. But it does have holes. Patching up those remaining holes takes effort, and that effort usually means rebooting the system. There's all kinds of technical details and digital bureaucracy involved. But the end result is that there are occasionally localized backouts. And the math used to schedule them is not impossible to predict. I see. But those windows of opportunity are small and short. Taking advantage of them requires specific knowledge. You need to be involved in law enforcement, pub data, or city planning. They'd have mentioned it if my client was a cop, and he wouldn't have needed a public defender either. His file says he's modded for having mass manipulation, not tech interfacing. So that just leaves city planning. So does he work in construction for the city? HQ is only ever struck at times and locations where optics would be down. Even with the devil's own luck, it can't possibly be coincidence. Wait, so you're saying when this woman was killed? Yeah, there was a blackout from around 8 to 9 tonight. The fight broke out at 8.
It's almost like they you know, they hit the blackout, started the fight.
Yeah.
The fight went on for an hour. She killed. Wait.
No. The fight started about like 8:45. I thought.
Yeah, something like that. Right on schedule, so to speak. And it included the area surrounding the victim's apartment. Well, what about DNA from the other crime scenes? Was my client a match? There has been no blood, no saliva, no suspect DNA at any of the crime scenes. No footage and no forensics. Oh my god, I cannot read it.
Forensics.
Leave me alone, I'm gonna kill myself.
Tamponing. Right?
Also, no motives, tampering, or witnesses.
Sorry.
It's been like hunting a ghost. We didn't even have a murder weapon. Until now. Fine, a lucky break for the boys in blue. Scanners, cams, drones, forensics. No matter how you dress it up with tech, all detective work relies on one basic assumption. People make mistakes.
So you want me to...
People make mistakes. Robots
So you want me to
don't.
believe? You want me to believe that this guy committed 5 perfect murders that he
And then
premeditated,
f***ed up the 6th one.
and then was like, "Let's just kill this woman in an apartment and just stay at the crime scene."
No. Like he said it, humans make mistakes.
Oh yeah, no,
And then
I realized
it's
that. And then-
100% a robot or some shit.
Yeah, they just gave it away.
Yeah. That just gave
Imagine though going to the
Bruh, we
The
literally
heck-
cracked you, London. You dumb. London is my city. Get back to British.
go back to Britain, you fucking boy.
And
No, but
this
the thing is,
calypso
imagine going
is
to.
Mingy.
Imagine a cop in real life just saying like, people don't make mistakes, and you're just going to them. So that it can be human because you just said that. So it has to be a robot. So we should find a robot that kills, and you would just be, taken seriously. Hopefully not, but
I mean, okay, but
That
like
is
we're in
basically what we do
2000
here.
and what?
2009.
2080 something.
2008, yes.
Only reason we ever caught him tonight was because he finished what he had set out to do all along. If that is the case. So was my client on the list of suspects before tonight? Weren't you listening? There was no list of suspects. We questioned some exes, a few CIA... CIs? What is CI?
CI something be like...
Like a boss?
I think more like people he knew. Like
yeah.
close interactions, I think.
Yeah. Someone even spoke to one or two unlisted at some point. Nothing came of it. It was talk about starting at some kind of psych evil or something, but I never expected much to come of that. There's just not enough there to work with. In other words, the only thing they have, the only thing they could have to link my client to those killings is the murder weapon.
Well, I didn't see it there.
And the fact that he was there, yeah.
Yeah.
If
One
I
moment, I'm
can-
gonna grab that something. Hold
If
on
I-
a second.
Okay, I'll wait a bit. I'm sorry, chat, this demo will take long.
Listen, I've been playing Factorio all day, so... all that and just looking at Baby Hedgehog, so... Yeah, I'm back again, by the way. You can
Oh,
go on.
I was playing the new Twisted Wonderland event where you meet Stitch from Lilo and Stitch, and it's really cute. They found Stitch and they be like, that's a weird looking dog. They keep calling it a dog, it's so funny.
It is a dog. It is
He's a
good
funny
boy.
looking dog. Just solve the case now, detective. We're trying. Also, we're attorney, not detectives. If
Yeah,
I
we're
could
not
just
detectives. We are actually cool people. We're not nerds like Gumshoe and
Gumshoe,
Gumshoe 2.
Dick Gumshoe.
Dick Gumshoe. Gumshoe was so fucking bullied in that series, and I hated that. I
was
wanted
so
that man to
boring?
have. No, he wasn't boring. He was being bullied so much by that.
Oh,
But he was like such a good boy.
he's such a good boy.
He was like a trustworthy puppy. He would just like help you. Even though he wasn't allowed by law, he would still be
Aw.
like, yeah, sure. And he would get fucking big guts for it.
Right. If I could just solve that keystone, then the rest of the case should start to come loose as well. Alright, androids.
Yes.
By the
I'm
way,
more...
I couldn't help but notice that your light on staff. It's 3 in the morning. Were you expecting a parade? I thought there'd be at least a few androids around. Aren't many androids in any police station this week, not while the brass is renegotiating contracts. Contracts with Noble? Good guess. Harley, they're the biggest... Harley. They're the biggest robotics corp there is. Could spend all day in Center City without leaving their office's shadow. Yes, we're very fortunate to have them hardcore here.
Headquartered here.
The mom is the enemy of is the enemy in the first few cases. Jesus Christ. Saves us some money on shipping at least. But these talks never last that long. I'm sure they'll be back to writing checks for Noble ads by the end of the month. Even with Noble pushing those warm androids? Warm. Yuck. Might as well call it the adult line. Ouch. Alright, so...
Sexbot,
you know where this is going. It's a robot disguised as a human.
It's a robot hooker.
It's a robot hooker.
A robot hooker.
Might see him in the bigger departments or out on patrol, but not on these offices. Warm or cold, there's no such a thing as an android detective. Yet. Yet? Really? And any day now?
Just make sure they know it's coming.
Guess we should be expecting those any day now.
Maybe android lawyers too.
Get some android politicians in and we'll have the full set! Ow!
She's so silly. Get real, people might like ads who do what they're told. But they despise ads who tell them what to do. I'm not so sure. Cameras, sensors, satellites, we'd already get all our facts from machines. Give it a few more years and might make sense to let machines do the investigations too. The union would. The police union wouldn't let that happen. She needn't have specified if it's the only real union there is anymore. Thanks for the chat, detectives. I think I understand the background well enough now. I don't! Let's go! Candidly, I see the same strokes you do, and the picture it paints isn't pleasant. But even so, it seems a bit unrefined to be brought before a judge, don't you think? Hey, it's only our job to catch the bastard. The DA is the one who gets the conviction. Besides, we're not exactly gonna have to work hard to convince anyone of he's guilty. And why is that? Because we found a handwritten confession at his desk.
Of course you did.
I mean...
We will just know. Just watch. His right. It's going to be with his written with his right
robotic
arm.
hand. Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
and that will be turning out to have fucking fallen off his body moments like lost in the fight, so he couldn't have fucking written that note. Just watch. I'm gonna call it here.
All right. Let's see. Hello, password. Welcome back. We're cracking a case. It's password. It's password.
It's password. I'm gonna pass your
Damn.
watch out.
Well, that's unexpected.
She passed my word till
I'm sorry. You're now
Back.
telling me that the wrote a confession? Has it been verified? Not yet. You have to muscle past everyone in fraud and disinfo to get to the front of that line. Why bother? The note's covered in his fingerprints. So...
I'm gonna call it here. It's all fake, and actually, it's going to be the victim isn't even alive. Isn't even dead.
The victim isn't even dead. Like, come on.
Listen! Come on! It's one bullet to the heart. At least, like, you know, just don't be such a baby. Just eat some fish, and you would be all right.
There's a copy in the discovery data, but I should warn you. It doesn't exactly make for light reading. Finally, some good food. I have to manage somehow. I need to see this confession for myself. Sorry for
It will
everything.
be just like, oh.
Can't say it enough. Didn't mean to hurt you or do what I did. Did not sick want any of it to happen. Can't stay in control when I get mad. When I'm not in control, I hurt people without meaning to. Wish I hadn't broken them. Did sick mean to at first, but I was hurting. Wanted you to hurt too, but didn't want to hurt you. Words aren't enough, I know that. Now I take responsibility and do what I've been avoiding. Please forgive me. This doesn't sound like somebody's letter when we murder someone.
Okay, by the way, I just looked up what sick means, and it means as it's written. So did not is not a spelling mistake. It's how it was written, and didn't is also a spelling mistake. It's how it's found. So they translate. Since it's literally did not want any of it to happen. So he just forgot a space there.
Oh, so he's dyslexic. Adorable.
Or he's in shock. Wait, he broken him. It was hurting under your back. So he never says he killed anyone.
No, it never. Like, this does not sound something that you write to confess that you killed someone.
I was just waiting until it was like, yo, it's me, the murderer. I did it. It was
Shadow,
me. I shot all of them.
It's me, the devil.
It's me, the devil. I committed that sin.
All right.
No, but this is
that was
difficult
to read. Better legible, in fact. Well, got a spin on that? No need. But it's a confession. Not a confession that he signed, though, is it? Not yet. And not one he intends to sign anytime soon, considering that he asked for representation. Yeah, the most wanted man in the city asked for a lawyer and got you. Guess you're both lucky. Hardly. I just happened to be awake when the call went out. But I'm not so flush with work that I can afford to turn tail now. So, if you don't mind, I'd like to go and speak with my client. Finally, we talked to the actual mofo. What? He's not still handcuffed in there, is he? Look, counselor, with all due respect, we have strong evidence pointing to that man being responsible for 6 murders. 2 hours or so in cuffs isn't cruel or unusual. And that's for your safety as well. It's kind of you to worry, but I doubt I'll be in any danger. He has killed 6 women who have brown hair and brown eyes.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Yeah.
Allegedly. Get cancelled.
None of them were redhead. She's so...
Objection.
She's
You are
so
wrong.
real. She's so real. I love her. She's my wife. She's my child. This woman.
She is my white child.
She's my child. I birthed that woman's mother's mother. That's my kid.
Oh yeah, wait. No, you think we won't live until the year 2080? That's like just 60 years away, Navi.
I have diabetes. I ain't gonna survive.
Yeah, but you will have a child before that. You can have a child before that.
Allegedly. We'll have a
Allegedly we have a child before that. Guys, I know it would be weird if we would procreate. I know it would be kind of cringe.
Yeah. She took psychic damage
from us getting a child. So
no, from Morgan's comment. Seriously though, I'd like to speak with him alone now. Cameras off, if you don't mind. Mic's on or off is your call, counselor. But we'll be watching the feed from right outside in case anything happens. And the cuff, that is, stays on. That worried about me? How chivalrous.
Chivalrous.
You know what?
Blah, blah, blah. Now, that might sound bad, I know. But there's really nothing to worry.
Yeah, my armor's practically blinding. Gross. I thought of the unlock cycle.
Counselor, just one last word of advice. If you have an interest in his well-being, I suggest you help him sign that confession.
Not a bad idea. I get paid either way.
But the defense part of the defense attorney isn't just for show, detective. I mean it. 6 people dead is one thing, but he's also caused weeks of widespread terror and public unrest. Putting it another way, he's made the state look bad. That's a capital crime if there's ever was one. And even if his death penalty is not actually on the table these days, I can guarantee he's not gonna like whatever rehabilitation plan they draw up for him. Look, I've seen the virtual work release program in person and it's being challenged before the Supreme Court. Yeah, sometime in the next decade maybe. Just remember, a plea deal might feel like a loss for you, but if it keeps him from... well, that's probably a win for your client, right? Prison sentences are generally lighter for those who plead guilty, that much is true. It saves the courts a great deal of time and money, and they show their gratitude with the due sentencing. But no one will ever be grateful towards a Heartbreak killer.
Yeah, he's fucked either way.
Anyone convicted for killing 6 people, they never rest their mind another day in their life.
And another thing is, if it
Okay,
turns
we are in
out he was...
2086.
Yeah, we would still be alive.
You maybe.
You will also be alive. I will drag you to 21.
Wait, no, I want to make sure that he's sexy. Hold on.
Oh god.
Oh, okay, no, would, Your Honor, would.
Your Honor, please.
Your Honor, you gotta understand.
My client, please,
my
oopsie daisy.
Exactly.
My client, please, oopsie daisy, Your Honor.
Okay,
My Honor, Your Honor, you wasn't even there.
Your Honor, in my defense, you wouldn't get it.
Your Honor, my client, please.
No. And then like the court pleads, yeah.
Your Honor, the one who smelt it dealt it.
Look at him. Is there pissing us hell in here? Oh wow, she knows how to enter. They need to live in this place up. That's my child you're talking about.
That's not our child, Buffy.
Carlos flat, right? Hope you don't mind if I get comfortable. You've got a lot to cover. We've got a lot to cover. But this shouldn't take all night. What are you... Look, I already told you people I didn't... I'm not a cop, Carlos. Furthest thing from it. Okay, but like, why is this kind of... Alright. I'm a liar. You're a liar, in fact. And I'm here to help you. Yeah, well... They said that too. All of them did. Back there, in here, kept repeating all the whole ride over. They said that they were going to help me, that they knew this was all a mistake. Then they said I killed, acting like they were on my side, and they thought that I could have, It's not their job. It's not their job to help you, Carlos. But it is mine, and I'm here now. He's still in shock. I need more information, but if I approach this the wrong way, he'll just clam up even more. I'm sure you're exhausted. It's probably difficult to think, let alone speak. But I'd like you to try and answer a few questions. The police already questioned you, I'm sure. But they were treating you as a suspect, not as a client. Okay. So, what do you want to know? About you, about the victim, about the murder?
About you first. You know, start easy.
Yeah, like let's go out to dinner first. What's your favorite food?
Get a coffee.
Yeah. Let's start simple, something mundane, grounded, no road. I'd like to know a bit more about you first, Carlos. Something like, what line of work are you in? With city engineering. Okay, so he does work in construction.
No, he does have access to that information. He could have known.
Hold on. Ice cream. It's melted, but it's still good. Or I was, or I should be.
He's giving vet puppy.
So he was either rejected.
Look at him. He's giving Scott when he's sad. It keep bugging. I know. I'm
so
sorry.
sad.
Hello. Ghost.
Spooky.
I'm gonna call you Ghost. You're Ghost now. I cannot pronounce that name.
Is that fucking Patrick Star in the profile? Oh no, that's not Patrick.
That's an
That's an anime girl.
That's not Patrick. That's an anime girl.
This isn't Patrick, this is an anime girl.
As I thought, the police must be convinced he mapped out Optic's blackout using data he stole from work. My arm, I got it slotted for the job. And Carlos, I'm gonna need more than that. So what do I know? He works in city engineering, not a desk job. Reyes said he was modded for work, but that arm must be in custody at the moment, but based on his shoulders, it'd have to be pretty... Utilitarian?
Yeah.
This one?
Yeah. Utilitarian.
What does that mean?
It means that it's more like for function than for...
Ah, for looks.
Yeah, it's more functional.
He doesn't strike me as a type who's enamored with the aesthetics of modding. The young and the restless and the rich swapping in neon and chrome limbs cause they like the way it looks. Or the way it makes other people start looking at them. No, he's pragmatic, grounded and very unlucky. In which case, I should be too. You know, my brother wanted to mod. Really? Really? I don't even have a brother.
That's true.
He had everything planned out. A whole career path of promotions and bonuses and upgrades they'd afford him. Then came his 18th birthday present. Testus was politely informing him that he's not a viable candidate. That sucks. I think he felt relieved actually. Seemed like it was a weight on his chest. Like he was glad that he didn't have to choose. Does that make any sense? Yeah, I think it does. I always figured if I'd start at all, I'd start small. A hand or an eye, there's water. It's like getting a tattoo, but instead you just chop off an entire arm.
Yeah.
Never thought about lobbing my whole damn arm off, but the recruiter was enthusiastic. He said, because of this NCDA, there was a financial aid and resources, because they got the shit canned. So now me and every other modder is royally screwed. Couldn't even let me keep the tax credit. So that means that there are more than one people with the same arm?
Well, that would be probably a shield because they will probably not be custom made per time, but they will be serialized, probably.
And it's, you know, easier
but
to
I don't think that's the
replicate.
big thing.
Yeah.
And also, people would have different. Like, I just think that like the company like got bankrupt because that was shit can mean.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, basically, it got fucked.
The new Citizens with Disabilities Act was amended, not repealed. Kill me. But I doubt it appreciate the discussion at the moment. I word the tighter spaces, the higher vault environments, mostly canopy and upkeep. Typically stuff for modders, you know? He's speaking freely now. Don't need to do much more than repeat his words back to him to keep him talking. But the right word choice here or there can still make a difference. You work at the canopy? You must be strong, good with heights, under a lot of pressure. Oh yeah, because we read the folders. It's giving me an extra one.
Yeah.
Now that the subways are cordoned off. Damn straight. And this crap with long? Once word got out that the case against him was real, every desk job in the chain became terrified of their own shadow. All of them convinced that internal affairs is gonna come knocking us if they misplace so much as a paperclip. Everything's by the book means no room for compromises, no room for problem solving. No room for engineering? Yeah. and no patience for screw-ups. He's trying very hard to not look at his shoulder. Why aren't you wearing your prosthetic right now, Carlos? Yeah, that. Rejection issues starting last month. A lot of sleepless nights. Rejection? Did the therapy not take? It's not like that. I wasn't oozing plus out of my sockets or anything. Then do these rejection issues have anything to do with your scars? Not in the way you're thinking. I'm right-handed. Oh!
Called it. Just
Oh.
watch the fucking gun be shot from the left arm, the written text from the left fucking hand.
If
Wait, no, he's right-handed, so he wouldn't have. Okay, yeah.
if he's right-handed and he shot
Why-
the gun, why would he have his fingerprints on it?
Yeah. Or
So-
he would have had. So yeah, even if you would make the case, oh, he shot with his left arm. Yeah, try
Then
fucking using your
voodoo-
non-dominant arm.
And it wouldn't shoot through the heart without an issue. Okay, we're cracking it. We're cracking
No,
it.
no, no, wait. I could see it being like, okay, so he trained on 4 different. No, but why would he?
No.
No, he would have fucking shot miss like a few times.
No.
Shooting straight is pretty hard, especially when your victim is moving. Calling from my airsoft days or my knowledge in airsoft.
Ambidextrous.
Yeah,
people,
but no,
let's say.
that's not enough. That's not enough.
Dutchik, don't come to my streams from Redrick's and start pissing off Redrick. Piss off
No, she
Redrick
doesn't.
at your
She's
own
not
place.
No, she doesn't do that now.
Oh,
Go
she's
on.
not pissing you off? Okay.
No,
Come, stay
ambidextrous.
behind me,
No,
babe,
listen.
I protect you.
Listen. Ambidextrous means that they can use both hands.
They're
But again,
bisexual with their hands.
no, yeah, bisexual. But he just says here he's right-handed, so that doesn't
Yeah.
that doesn't mean here.
Yeah.
Assuming they are not, and they're also pretty rare, and still you would have a better shot with your right or left arm because you need to train to aim, and it takes a gun that's a lot of force behind it.
All right. Can
And
we
again,
continue?
you're moving.
So, because you know, so
Hooker
those cuts
robot,
on
that's
his
the thing.
face are just from shaving. Never thought this go on so long. I'd have to relearn how to do everything. I mean, the problem started small, trembling, but then spasms, just oversensitivity. They said an easy fix, but the problem got bigger. Couldn't let it get that far. Need to be able to trust your own hands when you're on the job site. Drop a cutter on the wrong moment and people could get hurt. So I sat down, made an appointment, turned in my arm, and watched my case get placed on the back of the line. Where did they turn it in? Some mass turnaround chop shop with a waiting list like you wouldn't. Doesn't sound like you're a happy customer. Hell no. I found a dozen other clinics with shorter wait times, but as long as I'm renting and not owning, the manufacturer decides where your arm gets maintenance. And that's why I'm sitting here with this expensive stump for shoulder. Haven't been able to work in weeks. Bosses were generous enough to say my position might still be there when I get 2 working arms again. You couldn't buy or rent a replacement yourself just in the meantime? I serve at the pleasure of the state, and they've got exclusivity contracts with Hindi, all locked up white knuckle tight. Hindi? How Industries? As I recall, he's registered with one of their habilis models. If I took one step on the site with uninsured deck, I cannot read. Forget the fines, I'd lose the down payment and my arm. And I'm never working this city again. This was last quarter, maybe I would have worked something out with management, but like I said, no one's sticking their neck out for anyone now that long's in the hot shit. You mentioned discomfort. Are you in pain? Pain will come and go. It's the itches that'll kill ya. The itch tablets! There were tablets on the site for itching.
Oh. Yeah. Kill organized.
This one.
Medication immunoadjusters prescribed to reduce moderate to severe discomfort arising from mold sensitivity and complications. And it says that the cases are surprisingly difficult to open. It's his. It's not the girl's.
So yeah, the thing is, so what I could see is why the girl would have them is so she would open them. So
She
why would you
tried
kill?
to, most likely.
All right, so he didn't have his arm at the crime scene, right?
I think so?
Well, this let's expose prosthetic. Look at it again.
Oh, Vixar got a help and a prosthetic adjustment clinic coverage reduced the duration of 40 business days due to users' reported sensitivity issues. He had to wait 40 days. That's more than a month with no job. Ah, this is the note.
Yeah. Okay, now look at the woman.
The woman?
The people. You know the no, not the victim. Our daughter.
Oh, this one.
Now we can we can see when you were.
What?
Lovely. Go back to the phone
Yeah?
and go to profile. Yeah, and look at no. Yeah,
No birthday.
so no birthday, no age. So we could say she's around 27, right?
Yeah.
So seeing as it's 84.
Oh, he even has a favorite flower. Wait, does everyone has a favorite flower?
No, they all have.
Oh, different stuff. Student debt sizable. Oh
Wait,
no,
left
student
for-
debt.
Oh, wait. What does Morgan have? I love these kinds of profiles. I'm so rigid. Coffee decaf, whiskey sour, fairy. Yes, that's my daughter. Yes, whiskey.
That's
yes.
my daughter.
I mean,
I should not
that's
drink it from a
our daughter.
sippy cup that I don't want it. Hope his pants is catching. This is the podcast, Redrick moment.
that's rhetoric moment.
Bad at games of chance. Right eye. Watching product reviews.
Dislikes liar, small place, cheap people. Automotive
Rice,
history.
rice. Alright. Favorite color probably
Dislikes
red.
getting caught.
What? Getting caught. Reverse suspended due to influences. Probably not into astrology. What are these?
I do love that probably doesn't like getting caught. That's hilarious. That's just so stupid.
Alright, let's go. I wasted so much time with this demo. This game better be funny when it comes out. We have to play this together live.
Oh yeah, we have to play this together. That will
For
be
our
fucking hilarious.
daughter, supporting our
Our
child.
daughter.
They don't come and go. Okay, the itches. And these phantoms come back pretty fast when I don't have it. Yes! It's exactly. The mats are for phantom pains.
Yeah.
Shaped attached to me. Didn't they give you something to, well, wear it in the meantime? Something from the clinic lend out for cases like this? What they gave me is that weight, 3-jointed landfill bait piece of shit. Sorry, it's a very shitty feeling having a part of your body that you know they cut corners on. It fits, it's compatible, technically. I can slot it in and feel on balance again. The fingers don't even bend and the quick twitch motors are way off. It's like walking around with your arm asleep or dead. So, were you wearing it when she died? You were arrested.
When she died.
When she died? That's about as subtle as a sledgehammer.
Yeah.
I can be a little less blatant than that. Were you wearing it when you were arrested?
No. I thought the being arrested would just be like, oh, but it wasn't me.
He wasn't wearing it. That's why he had his fingertips on the gun, because he couldn't touch the gun with his right dominant hand.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure I saw the police bagging it as evidence, so
It was there.
can't have gotten too far. Oh, it was there. So Detective Reyes was being quite literal about how he was found. He had the victim's blood on his left arm only, because at the time in question, he didn't even have a right. That's why his jacket was also bloody on the left.
Yeah.
No inconsistencies in the story so far, and he's opened up about as well as can be expected. But this has all that just been a warm-up for the both of us. Now comes the delicate part.
I hate these. It scares me.
You and the victim were romantically involved. How long did you two know each other? Right. I've known her since college. We shared a few classes, some mutual friends. Always got along. Eventually, we just got together at some point. Guess I never actually asked her out a real formal way. Sounds pretty cowardly saying that out loud. Diane, she was in genetics, focused her studies on agriculture. It always takes them a few tries to get used to using past tense. Just finishing her post-grad work this year. Got hired right out the gate. Practically headhunted, you believe that? Practically headhunted. Of course she was. Any company would be lucky to have her, unlike... It was a real-ass job. Paid real-ass money too. So her career was starting to pan out. Right as your had fallen into the mother of all slumps. Where was she hired? Pedigree? No. Perigi Laboratories. I say that like the name matters. The whole setup under Harco's umbrella. That doesn't narrow it down. The Harvest Corporation grows a third of the soybeans and corn in the entire country. One client that size, the lab wouldn't need any others. Now, no corruption earns the mega prefix without the little throat cutting, but Harco is about as unsexy as big businesses can get. Predictable like the seasons, no one's gotta buy that they had some lab tech murdered because of corporate greed. Had she adjusted well to her new job? They loved having her there. She never mentioned arguments or dispute, corporate politics getting rough. I don't think so. Not like I've been a good listener lately. But I never got the impression that she... Look, no one I know could do this to her. And there's nothing she could have done that would deserve what happened to her. It was a long shot, hoping for a disgruntled character from her past to shift the blame onto... No, this is serial killer shit. But with no other suspect.
No, I mean, yeah, no. I was like, no, but we can't really connect the 500 murders. But no, we literally can't. That's the whole problem here.
Yeah, I just can't
I
reshuffle.
think the best technique would be to either prove that there was a murder, that he couldn't have proven the 5 other murders, or that
At
this
point,
one can be.
yeah, at this point, we don't have to find the murderer. We have to prove that he's not the one.
That's usually our defense. That's usually the thing of the defense.
I have to disprove their argument entirely. Thank you, Carlos. That was very helpful. It was? Now I'd like you to try and tell me whether you can about what happened tonight. Oh. Start at the beginning and take your time. The details are important. Alright, Miss... Morgan. I'll try, Morgan. When you're ready. We were arguing. We had been arguing a lot lately. Arguing about stupid stuff. I haven't been working, haven't been making money, haven't been pulling my weight. I was mad at myself. But more than that, I was jealous of her. Jealous over nothing. Jealous... Oh, Jesus, that scared me! Jealous
Jesus,
over
I was
goddamn
like, oh,
money.
what we did.
The reports say you were arguing about around 8 p.m. 8? Yeah, must have been when we started. We got into it and I said a lot of things that I shouldn't have. And I said one thing that I really shouldn't have. I crossed the line and we both knew it, so I left.
You left?
Yeah, walked out the front door. Thought some fresh air might help me cool off.
What if he walked out? She didn't
Yeah,
lock
I
the
think-
door because she was expecting him to come back, calm down. But the killer got
Yeah,
there
he
before.
walked out. So right now we have a moment where the murder could have happened because, okay, listen. So
First, the cameras are shut off.
So first, cameras are shut off. Second, he walked out angry. Third, there was a long moment of silence, and then a gunshot,
yes.
and then another silence.
Just like how they explained it. The witnesses or the neighbors.
I could see him running back after hearing the gunshot, and he's gonna mention it in a bit because either he didn't hear the gunshot somehow, which I doubt,
Which I doubt, yeah, too. Yeah.
or that would have been the reason why he couldn't have heard the shotgun.
Yeah, okay, let's see. Help me figure out what to say to make it up to her. Course, the air wasn't fresh, just humid, thick like mud. And while I was pissing away the time, Diane was... Did you bring your phone with you or any other electronics? No. I kinda stormed off, didn't even take my keys fobs. Key fobs?
No, that's
Didn't
probably just
even
the key.
Lock the door behind me.
We solved the case. He didn't do it.
He did not do it. With optics down,
It was all
and-
password.
Traffic and street level cameras
Sorry.
won't help him, that leaves. Did you go through a checkpoint or talk to anyone with modded eyes? Did you buy anything, cash or credit? No, not even a vending machine. Not even a damn vending machine, huh? I may have met my match. How can anyone be this unlucky? That's quite unfortunate. I just wanted quiet at the time. Wanted to wallow it in, really. Sorry if I don't have all the details quite right. My head is... But if my exact route would have, the cams probably... What? What is it? Optics was what? He doesn't know that the optics were down!
He didn't know.
He didn't even know that the optics were down!
I mean, wait, but why wouldn't he instantly say, like, but the optics, they should have seen me walk there and there. Why didn't he say that before? Like, okay, I can get it because the cops wouldn't have asked him about him if he left the building at any point. So he didn't know.
He didn't even thought
I
that
mean,
this could happen!
He says he doesn't know. He says he doesn't know.
Can that even happen? And there's no other proof that you were out of the time Diane was killed. Meaning, you've got no alibi. Oh god, bros. This can't... Listen, I didn't do this, I couldn't... Carlos. I'm the one person you don't have to try and convince. Oh, look at him. I wanna adopt him. After all, I'm your lawyer. It's like, hey, It's like, hi, so my parents are kind of crazy. Wanna join? You kind of look like my dad already. Wanna be my brother? But don't you have a brother? Oh yeah, that story was made up. I do not have a brother.
Yeah, I do now.
Now I do. We're adopting the cast. We're adopting this cast. So, let's just get it all out there and see what we've got to work with. Right. Now, you said you left to clear your head. So, what made you come back? I came back because I heard a noise.
He heard a
loud
gunshot.
noise.
A gunshot.
Didn't know what it was. But it was loud and it scared me. And it came from the direction of our apartment. I was walking back at first. At some point, I must have started running because when I got back, I was so out of breath. And when I saw that the front door was open, something dropped in my chest and my lungs wouldn't... We live on the first floor, right? Yeah, first floor apartment, street-facing entrance. We were proud of that when we first moved in, like it was some kind of big deal. From the hallway, I saw her, but I didn't realize. I never thought that she was... Lights were off, the whole room was a mess. I thought she had been robbed or she had fallen or there was broken glass, furniture knocked over. And she was... I called her name and she didn't move. I checked her pulse and she was still warm, her blood was warm. And I saw the gun. It looked so heavy, but I didn't thought it had to be fake because I didn't want it to be real. Is that why you picked it up? What? Pick it up? I didn't touch that thing. I didn't shot her, damn it. Doing what I do, you hear a lot of lies. White lies, blatant lies, hasty lies. Bad lies especially. For me, it's always been easy to spot a lie. It can be hard to know what to do about it. I have all the proof I needed in my files, but he's nervous and defensive. And none of this works if he doesn't trust me. Stay up to date of the details and evidence by checking... Wait!
I thought that meant that we would just grab our phone to go. Imagine just in the middle of like a very tense investigation. You would just with your client, you would pick up your phone and just start scrolling through things. And we're like, "Hello,
Here.
you're supposed to help me here." No. Listen, I'm doing that.
Yeah.
I'm just looking up stuff. Don't worry about it.
They'll stop giving you any credit. What? You did touch the gun, Carlos. That's just a fact because of your print.
prints.
You were found with it. You registered to. Yeah, you.
Prints
Like
is
they're
prints.
free. But like, let me check it. Let me make sure.
No, that's not a gun, Navi. I know it's.
Yes, Carlos Baker's left hand with 9% certainty. Alright, so it does have his fingerprints on it.
Yep.
You have your prints on it. It's the fact that your fingerprints are on the gun. What? But I didn't do this. I wasn't thinking, I was just... Carlos, all I'm saying is that you picked it up. That's all. Would you believe me if I said I didn't realize it was a gun? What? Why would he not?
I mean, I think he would have been so in shock, and because the crime rate is so low, I would suspect that you would walk into your own apartment and suddenly there's a gun there. You would not want to believe it. You would just be in denial about it. Because he did say he didn't want to believe it was real. He did say he saw a gun and didn't want to believe it was real.
I'm just thinking
he felt
if
it so
there
happy,
are
but he
other...
had to check.
I'm just thinking if there are other like more like in evidence too that he could have misseen, but I don't know. That explains how his prints got on the gun, but not in a way that would satisfy the police. Still, if all he did was hold the gun, so stupid. I know that the gun is... I know what a gun looks like, but seeing it in my own home right in front of... You've been in shock, Carlos. You still are. The police came in sometime after that. I don't remember much of what they said. Things started moving fast, it seemed like. The rest of my night went probably the way you'd expect. Carlos, you admit to having a verbal argument with Diane, but you said you were supposed to see the rooms trashed when you got back. Surprised to see.
Like
to clarify, you're saying that you two never had a physical fight? What? Physical? We never fought like that!
Yeah, so she didn't struggle.
Yeah, she did not struggle against
so she
him.
didn't struggle. So what I think happened is... Wait, she didn't have...
I think he got shot. Okay,
No,
listen.
listen.
No,
Okay.
let me
No,
say.
no, no.
Let me say it first now. Come on, it's my stream. Shut up.
It's a good point. Sorry, honey.
So, good. The killer comes, shoots her dead. Into the heart. It's clear as fuck. She doesn't even have time to fight. Then, the mofo starts rearranging the room to make it look like they were fighting because it was already heard prior that they were having a verbal argument. So it would be easy to frame him for having a physical argument too.
Counter argument. Go to the evidence and look at the autopsy report. Because all it says that there was no... I want to check something.
Ballistic trauma, blood loss, single bullet pierced to the subject
Where
of the
was it?
septum. There's some handwriting on the bottom of the scan document. No.
Okay, wait, where was it again with that she didn't have any
Maybe
things
the
on her...
victim.
Victim, yeah, that's up there.
Victim. The victim, Diane, was found shot through the heart in the bedroom of the apartment. She shares no connection with... No.
So I did remember that someone said that there were no skin. So again, that does like say...
Non-expected DNA present, no expected crumbs, non-expected fingertips present, no evidence of digital tampering. Not flats, no... But it did mention... I think when I first checked the body, it was
Because,
said that
okay,
it
wait,
was...
so debris, that does make... It's in there. But... indeterminate origin, parts of the room in the western room, window. So what I think is, so maybe there was a fight, but there was no skin to be scraped off the attacker. Because he was a robot who...
Oh, yeah,
machine.
that's true. Okay, let's just continue. Maybe the debris is from the robot?
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
Okay, let's see. Did the police say that we did? And they assumed as much. Which means they also assumed the room was disheveled well before the shooting occurred. Considering that Carlos has told me, what else did they assume? What is it? I'd like you to take a look at something for me. The crime scene. Oh. It's an AR module built from data taken as the police entered, so... Alright, it's just that. It's just data, Carlos. No grisly details. Okay. Let me see it. Take your time. Alright, I think I've got it. That's how the police found things. Now, close your eyes and think back to how the room looked when you left. Try to focus on what's out of place. Alright. I take notes. Just say whatever comes to mind. I don't remember exactly where everything was. But, well, the mirror was upright, of course. And the clock was still on the wall. The chair got knocked over at some point and the bed got tossed with cushions torn. And the urn fell. Other than that, it's an urn? To be brought, all the sound that stands out to me. I see. So he doesn't know about the debris. Like so? That's drawing.
That is such a good drawing.
What's wrong? Something out of place?
She can draw just as well as her dad. That is very
She's such a drawer.
She's so acoustic.
Carlos, you need to trust your instincts. If anything seems off, don't be afraid to speak up. It's just I guess I just assumed your notes would be making edits to the AR. Well, I suppose that works too. Sorry, I didn't mean... I think your drawing was pretty good, considering... I'd like to change the subject now. Why is this game so fun? Why is this...
Binge this game one day.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
so
I
good.
need this
It's so
game.
Stupid.
Right. Let's talk about the letter that was found on your desk. Letter? What do you mean? I mean this letter here. Did you recognize it? Because the police are calling it a confession. A confession? But this is just a note to self! Pardon? Look, when we fight, I lose my temper, say things I don't mean to. So this morning, I tried writing things down so I'd have a script to stick to. So I could apologize to her instead of just fighting with her. Carlos, you say in the note that you hurt them? That's, I broke her fidget tubbies. Her what? Her what?
They broke the fidget tubbies.
What is a fidget?
Why?
No pot, is that the debris? Fidget? What is fidget?
Oh my god. That is going to be explained in a minute, otherwise I am like, this note is just so funny right now, because it's like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, when I get angry, I bite breaking that fidget tubbies.
What is a fidget tubby?
I need to know.
I need to know. Her what? Her what? 10 out of 10 game. Oh my god.
This game.
It's the fidget.
No, when you get started the game, I was like, oh, this is like this game that takes itself way too seriously. Like, oh, the rule is shit now and everything is known. And
Oh, then I have to
no,
lower
I was
those.
never been real wrong.
You know, this is the best thing I've ever seen. Holy. It's better than the first Ace Attorney case. I'm sorry.
I mean, yeah, no, the first Case Attorney case is literally done. It's literally your witness gets literally called Side. So like Mr. Side, like.
Yeah.
And they make the joke did it. Like, come on.
Kerami characters.
Ceramic. It's the debris or the
Debris
broken.
has been located.
All right.
So
They're so cute though. They're supposed to be like tactile. You use them as paperweight or conversation starters. Conversation starters. She love those little things. They're not worth a You can buy them at any flea market or garage sale, but they meant a lot to her. And I broke them. No, the fidget toppy!
that does hurt. That can hurt.
Collectible and fragile ceramic conversation starters.
Oh, but what if it was by it probably was by accident maybe, or just like he couldn't really control it.
Yeah, so that debris is most likely the
Yeah,
fidget
it's
and here we thought that it's something about a robot. This is
it's still Robot Hooker is still a go. We can still have Robot Hooker, please.
And I broke them. I mean, I was PC at the time, but I got that piece of shit rental arm. I hardly know where I was swinging at the half. So because the arm was like
Swinging it around, yeah.
Oh, he didn't even mean to. Oh, I feel so bad.
Yeah, I already saw that one coming.
God so angry, I would just ripped it off and tossed it in my room. The
Yeah,
cheap,
and
dusty, worthless. Okay, let's say he did break her fidget duckies.
Puppies.
Come on, child, you can do better with this replacement arm. What does that change? Nothing at the moment. There's not enough detail in the note for me to prove that his intent was when he sat down to write it. A 10 out of 10 game, real. But if the police insist on claiming it's a confession for the Heartbreak killing anyway.
Yeah, but it never confesses to anything. It just says, "Oh, I feel sorry," but like it's
sorry
so fucking.
for the ceramic thing. Didn't even bother to sweep them up. I felt so. Alright, Carlos, thanks for answering my questions. Now I'm going to call the police back in here and I'm going to get this cleared up for you. What? That's it? That's it! Okay. Although, before I do that, I do have to ask, what do you know about the Heartbreak killer? Heartbreak? You mean that psycho that was trending all months? I mean, as much as anyone, I guess. I haven't been getting out much, but I'm sure everybody's on edge. A guy like that out there. He shoots people through the heart, right? The police have kept the victim's appearances far away from any upstanding news sources. So unless he was already following the murders, Carlos wouldn't have any resemblance to his girlfriend. I mean, she was shot in the chest, but that doesn't mean anything, does it? If he's this slow on the uptake, it's gonna be a real shock when those officers walk in here and accuse him of being a serial killer. I just have to squash that theory as quick as and definitely as possible.
Definitively.
Kill me.
I'm sorry, but it just.
I didn't realize you could smoke in here.
You can't.
Technically, I can smoke whatever I want. Smoking is non-smoking area for a fee. Oh, she's so silly. I guess so. Nervous? Don't be. I'm the one who's on the clock. Right, I'm sure this isn't your first time doing this. No, of course not. It will be my first homicide offense, though. Oh, I love him. Please, I love him so much. He's a pathetic puppy.
It's like, uh-oh.
I love him. Please, he's. Why does everyone always think the first time's so goddamn important?
That is so true. Remember, kids.
Why do I feel like the brat is her child and we never know who the baby dad is?
I'm a grandpa.
I think we are. I think we're grandparents.
We are both grandpas?
Of
no.
course.
Love
Hey,
you.
cheer up. I've got relevant experience in other areas. Oh.
I know what a case is.
And what areas are those?
I can read.
You ever gamble, Carlos?
I'm a professional gambler.
My mom gambles every day. Have you heard of gacha games, Carlos?
My dad is also professionally gambling, but with his life.
No, ma'am, I'm never going to near loot
This
boxes.
man keeps coming back.
Back
Password.
password.
Are
We're
you
still
are you by
here.
any password? Are you by any chance William Afton? Because he
Won't
always
touch
comes
those
back.
stuff. Won't touch the stuff.
I meant more like playing cards.
Oh, well then, no, not that too. I actually got pretty terrible luck. Baby. Could have fooled me. Well, what I do is a lot like poker, Carlos. Poker's nice because even if you're dead nothing but crap all night long, you can still win.
By
Which makes things
bullshitting.
pretty fun. Okay, so, do you have a good poker face?
I like to think so.
I love when her eyes go.
Black.
And are you lucky?
Only when the stakes are high.
And in this metaphor, we're playing poker, and the state's the dealer.
If only.
No, the state's more like the house. You mean like the house always wins?
Yes.
They're very good at it, winning. I mean, that's why they're up there and we're down here. That's why they're the house. So what do? We play the cards we'll dealt as best as we can, win more hands than we lose. Keep it up, and eventually someone will come over and tap the dealer on the shoulder and whisper something in their ear, and then we'll be politely asked to leave. That doesn't sound very triumphant. The house always wins. So our definition of victory is more like, don't lose.
My daughter!
Thanks,
I mean,
Morgan.
so true.
But I guess I was more asking like, what should I say? Just leave all the talking to me. So that's the strategy? What's up? You know, there's a saying about gamblers with strategies. Yo, ready to confess yet? Shut up, bitch, cause I already woke up the DA. Already, she must be new. The distinct attorneys have final say on whether or not a case is brought to trial. Only fair, since they're the ones who end up having to actually prove the damn thing. Most of them prefer simple guilty pleas over long protracted trials, and they all dislike having their time wasted. Unfortunately, then, you'll have to call them back, because my client is not guilty. And frankly, I'm not even sure you have enough to hold him here.
Right! What she said! My fat
This
pathetic
man
boy!
does not know when to shut up.
You've got a weird sense of humor, counselor. Different generations, I guess. Before my time kind of thing. I'm very serious when it comes to defending a man's innocence, detective. Counselor, we have your client's written confession. His written confession. Let's start there. Okay, well, we'll be happy to. The thrust of every argument starts with the facts, what's already known and agreed upon. Public knowledge for every player on the table. It's pretty simple, counselor. Real pain by number stuff. See, we found a note in his apartment with the fingerprints on it, apologizing for the hurt them all so bad. Oh, and then we just put the fidget
The
topic.
brilliant. Oh, the
Now-
fidget topics, yeah, the tummy.
How are you planning to spinning that? Those are the facts. But I've been building up my hand all night, and now I got the weapons to answer anything they try and throw at me. Well, my client did write that note, and it was an apology, but not for murder. He was apologizing for... Analyze the facts here, yeah, I know what I'm doing. You can use the mouse, okay. Debris, right? For the
Yeah, the
debris.
ceramic crab.
He was simply apologizing for this. The hell is that? I found... Oh, beginner's luck, win your first hand, let's go! I found myself asking the exact same question. What are we looking at here? Something from the crime scene? This diagram of the room, it's created from data you captured, right? Pure non-GMO blah 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 data, yeah. What's non-GMO? Not much these days. Notice anything out of place? Yeah, the whole room's full of bust. In the scene of a murder, blah blah blah. Full of busted shit, for sure. But I was more referring to the unidentified ceramic debris found on the western side of the room. The hell is that? Ceramic debris, huh? Must be from the vase that got tossed. No, because the vase was completely...
The vase is not fucking cracked.
Actually, that's not possible. Oh? Because the vase is fake, wasn't damaged, wasn't damaged.
Wasn't damaged, yeah.
That's not possible for the debris to come from the vase, because the vase is still pristine. How is that? How is that possible? Even he's like that?
Wait, so it was laid down.
The lady at the garage sale told me it was so old and delicate. The one time I tried to thrift shop on my own. Well, so what? What does it even matter? If the vase doesn't have a scratch on it, then the debris must have come from somewhere else. The debris is what my client wrote that apology over. You're saying that the confession was his apology for not vacuuming? I am, because that pile of rubble is all that remains of the victim's collection of fidget tuppies! And they played the
Fidget
song!
tuppies.
Leave the fidget tuppies
Fidget
alone!
tuppies.
I
Just
need
by the
the-
way, for chat, I didn't hear her say fidget tuppies. I heard her say because her mic is so high that it cuts out.
I'm sorry.
No, it doesn't matter. It's hilarious.
I want fidget tubbies to be real. Somebody give me a fidget tubby.
I will give you I will fidget your tubby.
What he said. Mr. Flat broke the victim's ceramic figures by accident. And this impassionate note to self was just his attempt to scrapping out an apology. Can you prove that? We're taking this seriously? As much as I wish we weren't. We're all in agreement that the client wrote that note, and we can all plainly see that there's ceramic debris at the crime scene. Now, since it couldn't have come from the waste, it must have come from the collectibles.
Those things. Those things.
Simple, right? The hell are you on about? The entire room was trashed, as the ARC clearly shows. Those
No, I know this is
fidget
this one, yeah.
tubbies must have gotten pulverized during the struggle too. You're really gonna claim he sat down and write an apology for breaking her toy after gunning her down? No,
Who
but
said
he said that he threw the arm.
Who said he wrote it after the murder? There's
Yeah.
no...
Not a bad train of thought, but I can do better. No, those collectibles were destroyed much earlier than that, and here's the proof. Found it on Flat's room, his shaky handwriting expressed a lot of guilt. Stephen on field is... It's the arm, right?
It's stiff and unwieldy? No, not really, because what's the revolver isn't that?
Can I
think it's the
save?
rental. I think it's the rental.
I'm gonna save. I didn't save
Yeah.
once. It's
We were just
rental,
raw
right?
dogging this one. We were raw dogging this. I think it's stiff and unwieldy. Yeah, because it does prove that it... No, wait. What does Steve Lev say again? Murder weapon? No. In front of Flat's room, his shaky handwriting is just a lot of guilt. So that
think
does
it's
prove
the
something.
hand.
It's the rent. It has to be the rental.
Let's try. Just take a closer look at the rental you took into custody. Huh? One swipe of your finger should show exactly how devastating it was to the fecal body ecosystem. Fecal body? They really can't do...
Fickle buddy. They can't
It's
be
fidget
asked.
tubbies. I bet
Take no, take no.
I bet she's a fan of fidget tubbies, and this is gonna be an elaborate joke later. Whatever. You did take it into custody. I'm sure your text found ceramic debris on it, yeah? Now that you mention it, fine, whatever. He broke them with his arm while he was killing her. Happy? Overjoyed because even the cheap arms got an operating system that logged the last time it was worn, right? Right.
Bombed.
See, I happened to spot a footnote on the lab report said that the rental hadn't been used since the AM. Whose side are you on, old man? It's gotten pretty late, sunshine. Just trying to save us some awesome time where I can. I love that he calls her sunshine. It's kind of funny. Well, thank you for your service. Well, thank you for your service. Are you seriously buying this crap? Just look at how scrawled, how panicked that note is. You expect me to believe he was that upset over
He
fidget
uses
toy
his
collection?
left arm.
Yes!
He is
yes,
right-handed,
yes,
so that
yes.
makes sense.
One that hasn't even been graded? Setting aside Detective Race's surprising depth of knowledge when it comes to collectibles. You're correct, they had no real monetary value. It would be odd for Carlos to be so shaken over their loss. But so what? So what? After all, that's not panic you're seeing on the page. No, the only reason that note looks the way it does is because Carlos is right-handed.
It's an engineer, so true.
Because Carlos is right-handed. Yes, I am. Just got to him. Yes, I am.
He's like, yes.
I
am
love.
right-handed.
Please,
What about it?
please. That's my boy. I'm adopting him. Did they not know that? Shouldn't that be on my permanent record or something? So the reason why the note looks so asylum von scribbles is just because he had to use his left hand to write it? It's because he had to use it. Blah, blah. I tend to think better writing than typing. And I need to get used to using my left anyway. I just thought it could be good practice. Taking that into account alongside the ceramics, your slam dunk confession is looking about as watertight as a fishnet. Okay, fine. Forget about the confession. Congratulations, counselor. You've established that your client's remorseless. Now let's get back to the reality of the situation. Here are the facts. We found your client at the scene of the crime, wearing a coat covered in the victim's blood, right next to the big old gun. That just so happens to have his fingerprints on it. That's right, the coat is... What, you gonna claim it's not his? That we actually wearing some extra small? She's trying to bait me in her typical low-key fashion. As the argument flows, you won't always have the stronger hand. Sometimes the best you can do is hold your tongue and avoid overcommitting. Take as little damage as possible and wait for more flavorable chance. She must have something. No sense going into it. Something you'd like to ask me, detective? I'm just curious.
I love how the Becker just
shaking. What will be next? You gonna tell me he actually wears an extra small? Oh, what the... Stay?
Stay, yeah.
Gee, Carlos, do you? No? Yeah, sure, there's no evil twin you've forgotten to mention.
Stay.
No, I'm afraid not. Not even gonna go for a mysterious third party at the scene of the crime. To prove his innocence, I will need to get there eventually. But going there now without hard evidence... Stay?
Stay. Yeah, we don't know if we can prove it. We know it's true, but we can prove it.
I have no evidence of a third person at this time. Damn right you don't. Let's clear as date that the arcs. No evidence of anyone but Carlos being there that night. So keep dreaming. Oh, maybe I should have...
Wait, what?
I think I should have raised there.
I
I have to
look
load.
at the load. Oh, but we have to go pretty back now. Oh yeah, there, yeah.
Let's see, what is this one?
Oh, that is a thing. Yeah,
Okay.
no, yeah, okay.
No, we're
So
way
it's the-
too back. Oh man.
Wait, can we just go to the load? Yeah.
Let me load this one. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah, don't worry. Okay, a rental. Because I know this, we can just skip all of this.
I should save more often.
Blah, 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 blah.
Sorry chat, we're trying to save this shit. Is right-handed.
Is right-handed. I still love the is an engineer, because that is so true.
The engineers can't write.
We're just like doctors, but cool.
Okay, I'm gonna
Yeah, okay,
save.
we're here, yeah.
God, I should have saved more.
I mean, we're just raw dogging this game. That's just how we roll. Just stay, yeah. Okay, yeah, and now
So
we have to
now
raise. Raise, yeah.
Oh wow. I'm quite confident one of my clients isn't guilty, so there must be a third individual at some point. That's cute. Only problem is, the arcs show plain as day that there's no evidence of anyone but Carlos being there that night.
But they weren't active.
So keep dreaming. So
No,
you
but they
either
weren't
way
active.
lose money.
No, wait. So, we had to lose as little.
It was obvious she had something
Yeah.
that I wasn't gonna
So
win
we were doing it right the first time. They said you had to fix
I'm
it.
done. I'm done.
Yeah, whatever. We'll just
But
we'll
not
take
that a reason
it.
for to play her punching bag. Okay, whatever. We're not considering any of that, detective. My client freely admits to holding that gun. He picked it up in confusion after coming home to find the brutal crime scene, which was not smart. Hey, but not illegal either. Ah! And that's all? He had her blood all over his clothes. Yes, he did. Right. Do you have those clothes on hand, by the way? The lab finished with them a while ago. What are you getting at? It would be easier to just show you. Would you mind getting them for me? You know what? Sure, I could use a fresh air. Stinks of bull here anyway. And here I thought the room smelled like... Psst, Morgan. What are you doing? My coat's covered in her blood. I remember that much. So doesn't that like make me look really bad? Just relax, Carlos. I'm pretty sure that's impossible. You're innocent. And that means you're having more evidence will always help you, not hurt you. Really? Really? Not really. Plenty of inconvenience people in prison. People with bad luck. Or bad liars. People should count on the truth to come out easy. More often than not, it takes coaxing. What was it that reminded of me of? Alright, here it is. One bloodstained jacket, fresh from the lab. So, what's your angle? You gonna tell us that it's actually just hot sauce?
Yes.
No. That would be silly. She actually thought it over. That's my girl. So, what the hell's your point? Hey. Sorry, just got thrown out by turn of good fortune. What's good fortune? You should thank the detective for bringing your jacket, Carlos. She's just proven your innocence. My client was arrested wearing this coat. He would have been wearing it at the time of the murder.
He couldn't have written that note during the murder.
Wait, it has the victim's blood on it, who we know died when she was shot in the heart by a gun that happens to be an old world pre-dragging firearm. And so this code proves he couldn't have been the shooter. Is there a gas leak in here? In what word does that make any sense? Says happens to be key here. I just need to draw their attention to what they can. Okay, hold on, I have to read the jacket. Flats code. The coat the suspect was wearing when taken into custody back.
No other details of significance, so there was nothing else on there. So what you can see, because you would see fucking remains.
So.
Oh, but say first.
Oh yeah. Which one should I take? C?
I would say save. Feel. Let's see. Sorry, see. I don't know why I said feel. See, yeah.
You can. What you can see on the code? Just tell me what you see. I see a coat with a lot of dead woman's blood on it. And okay, it was not that.
Oh, then it smelled. Because you couldn't smell the gunpowder on it.
Just do me one favor, detective. Tell me what you smell. I don't smell anything except dried blood. Exactly. The coat smells like blood, but it doesn't smell of... cigarette. That's what I've been smelling. Yes, Detective London. I was smoking earlier. Could you rejoin the conversation? I've been listening. You wanted me to smell the jacket? If you would. Let's see... Huh. No gunpowder. Oh, what? What about gunpowder? Oh, don't blame yourself for not noticing. This was before your time. You can't be more than a few years older than me.
But not before your parents, it seems.
Partners.
Partners.
Parents,
Oh, I'm
partners.
stupid.
It said partners, not parents.
Okay, look, it's 12 a.m. here.
I
See,
know.
gunpowder's weak by today's standards, but it's still volatile stuff, hard to store, prone to misfiring. And when it goes bang, it leaves behind an awful lot of evidence. The hell is she talking about, London? Modern firearms like the ones we carry use electricity, magnetism, even air pressure or sound waves. They've got more accuracy, more firepower, less recoil, less noise. And they don't leave behind any residue. Gunpowder residue. You told my ear off about how difficult it is tracking down a gun that doesn't leave digital traces. But a revolver like this one? It leave gunpowder on the skin of whoever fired for days. So, then his code. If you don't trust your noses, you can check the lab report. I think if they had found any gunpowder on my client or his clothes, they'd be taking the time to highlight it. Well, whatever. That just means he washed off after shooting her, or he changed his clothes. That's not impossible, but it would be pretty pointless. Huh? His jacket and his left hand were blood-soaked when your officers found him. Would he really go through all the efforts to get rid of something as subtle as gunpowder residue? Just to get the victim's blood all over himself afterwards? The way.
Crap.
This game is funny. In light of these details, I'd like to formally request that you reconsider the charges of Mr. Flat is facing as soon as possible. Whoa. They're faltering now. Should topple over at any moment. This letter was mostly icing on the cake for them. But that gun is all they had to link Carlos to any of the shootings. What the f is the noise coming from you?
Nothing.
Are you
That's not my
jorking
fault.
your pinot or something?
No, it's scratching something. I don't know how you can hear that.
Scratching your balls?
Yes. No, my leg.
Okay. So if it looks like he never actually fired the gun... Wait, can you hear me scratching my leg?
No, but I have my crisp off because it keeps f***ing up my voice for some reason.
I'll admit things were a little dicey there at
Dicey,
times.
yeah.
Dicey. But once I was able to grasp the situation, the smaller pieces fell into place easily enough. Not my cleanest work by far, but overall I'd say... Did she get a message? Wait, did they actually manage to find it? Something you'd like to share, Detective Reyes? You're good. Huh? Twisting the truth into knots, making the facts work for you. Thanks. But your luck just ran out. Because the Nets scrubbers found the cam active at the exact moment of the shooting, and right now I'm staring at the photo of the killer. Don't tell me it's an android that looks like him, because I'm gonna actually fucking bang my head on the wall. Wanna bet? A photo of the shooter? If she had that, we wouldn't still be talking. But I doubt she's just pulling this out of her ass. She's got something from the scabbers. Stay or raise? Stay, right?
So she... No.
No, we save.
I would say raise.
Wanna race here?
Yeah, yeah. Just call it out. Call it out.
That's bold bluff for this late in the game, Detective. Especially when we both know that there was an optics blackout during the shooting. But that's just it. This isn't from optics.
Alright.
I should have figured she wouldn't make a claim that bold without... Okay, can I load back?
Yeah, load back. That's for losing points. Stay.
I'm not sure I follow, Detective. Didn't we establish that there was an optics blackout during the shooting? Sure, there was. But this isn't from optics. So we either way lose...
It didn't matter. Yeah.
But
But at
no,
least
it's
now
like-
we look better.
Good thing I held my tongue, as I thought the scubbers must have managed to dig up something from outside of the network. Which means... Party's over, Counselor. Feast your eyes on this.
That is literally nothing.
And he lit... yeah, it's literally a nothing burger.
Wait, he has a right arm there.
Yeah, and he literally has a right arm there, bro. You
Or even if he doesn't, that there are more people than one. That it's not like it would make it
That
harder
makes
to
no
disprove, but
sense. Okay,
also
the
he's-
quality is lacking.
Yeah.
And yet, there it is. They managed to find a quarter needle of evidence in a whole city block of haystacks. What are the god chances? No, with the scales their tools operate on, I guess the chances are, as always, in their favor. Alright, this isn't good, but it's far cry from the worst case scenario I envisioned. You could ever say I got lucky, which means the stakes are... Well, it's a little bit... blurry? Don't look at me, I didn't take thing. Technically, no one took it. Looks like at the time of the shooting, the neighbor was on their phone, probably venting about how crazy the couples across the way was acting. But if their phone was on, its camera would be on, and so we managed to get this shot through the window. Where to begin? Far away, unfocused, ultra low resolution, zoomed in, blurred, color shifted, and so compressed it looks like it's from another century. There are tools that could enhance this image any further, and I could count the pixels on the head, on one head. And you could kiss its admissibility in court goodbye. You can't honestly claim that you can identify my client from this image. And there's no way in hell you could get this past a judge. Yeah, you're probably right, we couldn't. But I think I know a DA that could. Either way, it doesn't seem like your client's leaving this police station anytime soon. That photo. What the hell is happening to me? I think I know a day that could. Don't be so modest, old man. We have photo evidence of a left-handed shooter standing in the hallway at the same time the whole neighborhood heard the gunshot. And who do we know that had their left-hand fingerprints all over the gun? You're referring to my client. But again, what about the clothes?
I mean, yeah, so, okay. Again, he couldn't have shot. Like, okay, he would have... Yeah, it doesn't work. It just doesn't work.
We've established he wasn't wearing his modded arm at all tonight. So he must have shot with his left. He cannot even write with his left hand, not to mention holding a gun. Yes, and we also established that he's weak with his left side. A left side that had no gunpowder whatsoever. Forensics never be perfect, counselor. Sometimes you miss things. Sometimes you take a walk through the rain, and when you finally get where you're going... No, they're just far stretching it, dog. You somehow end up dirty. Dry, somehow stupid. But that doesn't mean it didn't rain. All of which is to say, before judge or jury, photographic evidence outweighs a failed sniff test. Car's innocent. I know he is. But that photo shows a left-handed shooter with a right hand as well! Car's innocent of photo is real as both are true. Then that means that the photo doesn't show what it appears to show. So, at loss for words.
Oh,
never...
I know what happened. I know what happened. He picked up the gun. Photo was made. He looked at the gun while it is him in the photo. But it doesn't show him shooting it.
Oh,
it shows him holding it.
Okay, let's see. I'm just confused about one thing. Where was this photo taken from exactly? Exactly. Positional data usually only occur to the nearest public router. If we do, and on the phone owner to ask them where. Why bother with any of that? Ballistics and common sense tells us that the perp shot from the room's doorway, and the front entrance of the apartment faces the south. There's a hallway that runs back to the bedroom. We're looking straight at the shooter, so it's pretty obvious that this was taken from across the north window. From the north? This is from the north, then why can't we clearly see the... What? It's not that complicated. The neighbor who got to the shot was live on the other side of the street. So we're looking into the bedroom from the north window. If she's wrong, I should size an apartment to start turning the tape.
Okay, get the photo. Get the evidence first. Get the evidence first, and also.
Let me save. Holy sh! I'm sorry.
I know what it is. I think I know what it is. The flats rental. So we see the clock.
Oh, that's the other window.
Yeah. Go to the rental. Go back and look at the rental. No, not the rental. I mean, I thought that was like the.
I'm so sorry. So the mirror was upright, the clock was on the wall, but the... Wait. This game has so much style with art style. I love it. The music is so fire.
The music, and I love the whole poker team they're going for.
Yeah.
I thought it would be the same. It would get old as they did with Miles Edgeworth and their silly little. But I think we should race here.
Wanna race?
Which I thought it would be. Yeah, I thought it would become like very boring, just like with Miles Edgeworth and the chess thing.
I'm gonna make sure that I save.
We saved. Yeah, we are saved.
I know, and I wanna make sure. Let's see. I'm afraid that's simply not possible, detective. This photo has to be taken from the east. What kind of bluff is that supposed to be? The good detectives are misinformed here, and I need to take advantage of it. Time to press the initiative. The hell do you mean this was taken from the east? The autopsy tells us that the victim was shot from the doorway. Your officer's ARC's data tells us that the precise location of everything in the room at the time they arrived. And now your photo has shown us that exact moment of the shooting. And...
Wait!
What?
Pick up the photo again. Look at the photo again. I think I know what they are going for.
Where is it?
The photo.
I lost it? Photograph.
Photograph. It's on 9 o'clock specifically. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah.
I'm just really confused right now. I'll be real.
Okay, yeah. We should look at what the events are, because I have two theories what it could be. Either the time doesn't make sense,
And
or...
altogether it tells us that the photos have taken at the window. As long as you consider... Jacket, mirror was upright, clock was on the wall, cushions are bed or neat. Cheap, durable ceramics, not even a scratch. So it has to be the statement, right?
Yeah.
Just take another look at the clock in the photo. Yes! The clock? What about it? The clock, huh? Seems like London's got an idea. If he's mistaken, I could pounce on it to keep my tempo high. This photo was taken right before the shooting, so... Wait, don't tell me the time of the death is wrong.
Race. It's not wrong.
It's not wrong?
Let's save it first.
Oh,
Just in case
yeah. I'm not
I
trusting
know,
us.
we went from raw dogging to like just...
That's a good question, Detective London. But the answer is no. Oh. The autopsy, the clock, and the neighbors all agreed that the time of death was 9 p.m. Right, no mistaking that. So then what the hell were you on about? That the clock's position is wrong! There's a clock on the wall in this photo, analog style. And it reads 9 o'clock, 9 p.m., the time of the shooting. The hell's so special about that? Nothing, there's nothing so odd about the time of the clock reads, but... Do you remember there being a clock in the room? What? Actually, I recall there being a clock. That makes sense. You wouldn't recall seeing a clock, because when the police secured the scene, the clock has already been knocked onto the floor. And the only clock in the room is in the northeastern corner. And my client has informed me that before the crime, it was hung up on the eastern wall. Like so. What the hell is that supposed to be? An artistic rendition. It's very distinct. If you had information on how the crime scene was before the shooting, why don't you just add that to the arcs? And show you my hand. Just because Discovery Law compels us to share info, doesn't mean we have to play fair detective. Slip my mind. I do that now. The important thing is, if that clock was on the eastern wall before the shooting occurred, then the photo must be looking through the western window to see it.
Don't start getting ahead of yourself. The victim was shot at 9 p.m., the same time that the photo was taken of the shooter, but you wanna claim that the clock's still on the eastern one when it would have been knocked down during the fighting. But they were not they were...
They were
I
only
swear!
having an argument.
You've got logics backward, detective. Your precious photo shows that the room was pristine at the time of the shooting, and that there's one other piece of evidence that proves exactly how the cart fell. Not the debris. Maybe... What? Save. What do you think? Is it the
I'm
vase?
thinking it's... Wait, no, you need to... Wait, so not even a scratch?
No, it has to be the mirror, right?
No, it has to be the face.
Why the vase?
Because it's a delicate face that fell over, but wasn't scratched. So... Oh, it's a cheap durable. Never mind, it's durable. Okay.
Is it the glass then?
Shares fell onto the victim. That isn't possible. Their theory is proven wrong, because how can that be on the victim if they had a fight first and then the victim was shot?
So what
So
do I
they
choose?
yeah, the glass, because they were on the victim.
Glass shards, what about them? Nothing much really. Only that they're on top of the victim's body and not under it. If the glass fell on top of the victim's body, that would mean that she was dead on the ground before the room got trashed. Yes! But that doesn't make any sense. Why would anyone trash the room afterwards? It's a good question, Carlos. Luckily, it's the detectives who have to delve into the minds of the criminals. Insane and not us. Uwu. Tell me, detectives, were there any signs of a struggle at the other crime scenes? Other crime scenes? No, nothing like that. Those attacks would have been over in a matter of seconds. So, what do you think when you saw the mess in the bedroom? That this was personal and things have gotten complicated. It happens. Does happen, detective. But in this case, it seems there's been a general misconception about the order in which it happened. So whatever Doom didn't get tossed over until afterwards, he still shot her. And we have the photo right here. And I'm glad you do, detective, because that photo proves my client's innocence. Huh? Proving that it wasn't my client who pulled the trigger is difficult, and maybe more importantly for all of us, time-consuming. Thanks to your photo, I can instead prove that it could have been my client who pulled the trigger, because the man in that photo can't possibly be Carlos. Like hell it can't. The glass shards prove that the room was pristine at the time of the shooting, and we know that until the room was tossed, that clock was on the eastern hall, which means that this photo of the shooter has taken from the west back to the... That's impossible. The only hallway in that apartment runs from north to south. The only person with prints on the handgun is your client, and the only fact that matters is that he used it to murder 6 innocent people. You're a very honest person, detective. Excuse me. That's why you're such a gambler. You've played your cards too early, and now I can steal the pot right out from under you. You're right about the hallway orientation, you're right about the print, and this HK figure has claimed 6 lives. But we aren't looking at the hallway in the photo. What?
We're looking...
What we're seeing is...
The mirror!
The
mirror.
mirror?
Yes, because you're looking at the mirror, not the fucking... But first safe,
But this
But I'm gonna
makes
call
no
it here.
sense to me.
Because the mirror would have been on the western wall, so you would see, it would look like a doorway.
Maybe it's the mirror? What is that? You're trying to glass shards again? Sort of. By the way, do you recall where those glass shards came from? Yeah, sure, they came from a standing mirror.
I am a literal god.
A mirror that at the time of the shooting stood across the room from the western window. But then that would mean, at that angle from that viewpoint, it would reflect the hallway. So we're not seeing a shooter with a gun in their left hand,
But in their right
but seeing the killer
They pulled the funny switcheroo.
That is fucking awesome.
That
This
is
is
such.
awesome.
I called it. Again, I want to have it on record that I called it. I fucking called it that they would pull this shit. I just didn't know they would. I thought it wouldn't do it anymore, but I called it.
I love this. Oh god, that's so good. And as we all know, my client hasn't had a working right arm in a number of weeks, and he hasn't worn his rental since this morning. So I meant what I said about that photo. I'm glad that it was recovered, because it just proved that my client couldn't possibly have committed this crime. She
She is
flabbergasted.
muted. Look, she's muted. She's muted.
Oh my god, you're right.
Bro, the fucking Discord muted.
That should be the end of it. Except it looks like Detective Reyes really is a novice gambler. Sankos has got his teeth in her now, climbing up her spine, whispering wounded pride in her ear. It's a cold sweat, hot palms kind of a fever. The impotent, irrational fury of losing something you thought was guaranteed yours. But lucky for you, Detective, I'm well versed in shock therapy. You look dissatisfied, Detective Reyes. That's one word for it. Then allow me to put a nice bow on everything for you. In summary, my client's so-called confession was just a note to self. The police found him in shock, relying on the death of his girlfriend, and arrested him for being next to a gun he forensically couldn't have fired. After getting conflicted with these facts, you've received Confronted with these facts, you receive photographic evidence of the exact moment of the shooting. And instead of utilizing said photo to track down the real killer, you try to claim depicted my client, a man without the requested limb, standing in an architecturally impossible hallway. That's... He could have had a backup arm! He could have stolen one! No, he couldn't, because he would have lost his job! A little stubbornness can be charming, but this kind of desperation is ugly. It's getting late. Time to bear my fangs. A bit. That's the best you've got. Even a Badman prosthetic of the black market needs to be attuned to an individual's nerve system. He'd have to bring it into the clinic, which would have left a record in his shoulder OS. A record you won't find. And he'd still have to somehow have gotten rid of it before the police arrived. SOP at the scene of a violent crime calls for full spectrum scanning of the entire building and 100% meter around it, minimum. So, where, Detective Reyes, did he manage to hide a cybernetic arm from your drones in the time between the shooting and his arrest? Get!
Oh, eyeball.
Well... Any objections? Detective?
Or should I say...
God. It!
Hold it. We have solved the murder, Navi.
No, we just proved our...
We have solved the murder, Navi.
I mean, we didn't. We still don't know who did
We
it.
solved it.
Show me your hand flat. You're copying me? In light of the evidence, we have no reason to hold you. Prove your client's innocence! Bring down the house! Now I gotta go call the DA and tell her I made a mistake. Loser! Loser!
No, she is gonna get fucked.
Not
Not
we
we
made a
made
mistake, huh? Listen, kid, you should know. Detective? Lost my train of thought. But hey, your attorney's a real tigger. Tigger?
Oh no, Navi, watch out what you're saying.
Tiger,
She
and
is,
she just
is not in,
like
she is
hell
not
for
in
it.
Winnie the Pooh. She's not in Winnie the Pooh.
Make sure you thank her properly. Public defense doesn't pay that well. Yeah. That's kind of you to say, Detective. But my work is its own reward. Heh, sure. I feel exactly the same, Counselor.
What happens now? I'll have to speak with the DA about the dismissal, and there's still some paperwork we'll need to go through. But basically, you're free to go. Congrats! You get to leave the casino with your kneecaps intact. Yay! But what am I supposed to do? The detectives will continue their investigation. Their investigation into Heartbreak, huh? Yes. When the authorities are satisfied with their examination on the body, she'll be handed over to the next of kin. And then you can make funeral arrangements. Oh my god, I can't read. No, that's not what I... Diane being gone is bad enough. But the serial killer, it's like she died of the flu. It doesn't happen anymore. People die of the flu all the time, but I know what you mean. I can't make sense of it. So what am I supposed to do? Hell if I know. There are some contracts I could give you. Services, professionals, doctors. No, you've done more than enough for me. And you got here, I was just too tired to even defend myself, to try and convince them that I didn't. You saved me. Thank you. You're welcome, Carlos, but it's my job too. No, I mean, thank you for not asking. Huh? For not asking if I killed her. Oh, Carlos. I didn't need to ask. I knew you were innocent from the start. Hey? Of course he was. After all...
I am. Oh, like, I was kidding, but...
No way. Actually, no way.
I
Actually,
was
no
fucking
way.
joking there. I was fucking joking there. Okay.
That is...
No, okay. This is going... Again, we solved a murder, Navi. We solved it. I said again, I've been blazed. I want a full fucking shirt about every claim I made, and then it just turning out to be...
Pushing those warm androids? Warm. Yuck. Might as well call it the adult line. Ouch. Alright, so...
Sex bolt.
You know where this is going. It's a robot disguised as a human.
It's a robot hooker.
It's a robot hooker. The blood's always different. Heart's always in the same place, easy to find, hard to miss. But the blood's always different. A flowering stain unfurling towards an invisible sun. A perfectly unique bloom, only one for each of us. A Rorschach test with singular universal meaning, vitality at its climax, bursting forth into a red fractal consisting solely of an infinity end. But the comical thought of a body hitting the floor has its own kind of lowbrow appeal. No way, right? Like that did not happen, right?
That did happen. Navi, we have made a killer. I'm so proud.
No, I don't get it. I just... Why?
Because she
Bullet
is
number
so...
6 of 6, the gun is empty. It's useless to me now, may as well leave it. Feels like a waste, but... Whatever! No! No! I am so lost. Why did she...
I saw this from the beginning, to be honest.
Shut up. I did not, okay? Shut up. Finding the ammo was almost enough of a hassle to overweigh the advantages. I could sell an untagged gun for a fair bit of cash. But cash can buy you peace of mind. Oh, don't look so surprised. See the mask drop. Lady. Mopping around in the dark in here, must have only been able to see my silhouette. Did she think I was her boyfriend? Back for an encore of the entrailing conversation?
Enthralling.
Oh, she's talking about the victim.
Victim, yeah.
Can't ask her now. Hey. Yeah, that. These old pieces are so goddamn good.
And people aren't even familiar enough with the sound anymore to know the run of the other way. Probably aroused half the neighborhood. But I didn't see anything I could use as even a partial suppressor on the way in. Could they really not afford some throw pillows? I used the offer the 5 bullets in outdoor spaces in small spheres to blind opportunity that the city's eyes couldn't think the fierce. Cramped places, usually full of trash. Pool this room, as cheap as it looks, is as least clean organized even. So the corpse adds a certain satisfying contrast. Except the floor. By the window, there are broken pieces of something fragile and tacky. It's fine. I just one thing out of place. That's why she destroyed the apart. Oh my god. Actually, it's not fine. It's actually really irritating. I kick over the stupid goddamn mirror. 5 perfect crime scenes, each of them not a speck of evidence, nothing to go on. And for the final shot, there just has to be some pile of in the corner ruining everything? I kick the wall. Something falls down, probably more tasteless bullshit. I toss over the chair, knock the urn, tear into the sheets with my frustration and try to savor the shredding. If it can be clean, I just have to lean into the messy angle. At least it will be consistent. I am confused. Why?
Navi, it all makes sense. It all makes so much sense.
I don't get why she's killing. This was also stupid.
Funny moment.
Honestly, I'm not an ego-driven type. In fact, I pride myself on my humility. Now, was it satisfying when the first 3 went down with a single shot? Yes. But so what? I'm not made of stone. After that I did start to actively aim for the heart, but... Heartbreak killer? Really? Don't people have anything better to do with their time? What kind of miserable, lifeless warriors would obsess over something that's none of their business? All of the threads and breakdowns and the theory crafting. And all for the Heartbreak killer. Sounds like a soap opera villain. From a season where the writers were on strike. I'd feel insulted by the label, but no, that's someone else's name. They came up with it. They spread it. They marketed it. Heartbreak's got nothing to do with me. He's just some reclusive, lonely, socially impotent loser who shot 6 people because... Well, I'm sure people will come up with something. So she didn't... What?
She did, but she...
That's your child. I did not raise her like that.
You did raise that child. You would, right?
That she got rejected on one too many times or whatever. Me, I killed those people because I saw them and I wanted to. And I killed a lot more than just... At least the room is thoroughly trashed now. If I had just walked away before seeing that mess by the window, it would have irritated me to no end. And now that it doesn't matter the ammo of the last 5 perfectly, it'll irritate the cops to no end instead. Good riddance, Heartbreak. You enjoyed your 15 minutes in the spotlight, really savor it. I'm going home. So, the air's waiting tonight, thick, energized. A heavy foreshadowed summer rain I can feel on every hair. They call this kind of humidity oppressive, but I disagree. The warm tension of your skin, like in those short moments you just after the shower turns off and the steam lingers. Yeah, it's always most comfortable right afterwards. Maybe there's no disagreement to be had. Oppressive things can be comforting too. Only the guilty ones run. I don't know about that. But I know I never felt guilty about any of this. And I walk. Sorry, using my lefty still. That's okay, you can just initial in those spots. I took the scenic route home, courtesy of our fine city's crowning public transportation, and got into bed after 11 PM. Had myself a thorough shower, drank a glass of milk, did some stretching, made sure my phone was on. Time went by evenly around 1:40 AM. A posting for public defender work came up. Decent rate since it was so late and so urgent. I had wagered correctly that the boyfriend would have enough sense to ask for a lawyer and enough debt that he'd need to be provided one. All I had to do was stay awake. There wasn't much competition after 1 in the morning. Okay, where else? Here and here.
And there he goes to die too.
I'm scared now. How did I phrase it earlier? Criminal defensive attorneys aren't exactly flush with customers. Why wouldn't I take on a job where I already knew more than the cops? It would have been easy to convince Carlos to play it out. I would have gotten paid the same too. But easy is dangerous. Carlos was of course innocent, so his conviction would never be airtight. There would be doubts, questions, appeals, maybe even fans depending on his looks. More attention on HK on his crimes, more headaches. A cold case rotting in the very far back of a public awareness is always preferable to one open and shut in haste. Now, with no more murders matching HK's MO, there won't be any additional public pressure to find the culprit. Now Heartbreak can just starve to death out of sight and mind like any other fluke in the system. Almost done. Getting involved with the case this intimately does have its risk. Hell, I might even overdone things here or there, like lighting up a smoke inside the interrogation room just to make doubly sure I didn't stick the smell of gunpowder myself. She's so smart. That London fellow seemed more fixated on it than I would have liked. But obviously, everything turned out rosy. And it's worth it for the finality of it all. Seeing the authorities...
Oh my god, this isn't like an Ace Attorney game. This is a game where you're the murderer and you have to kind of bullshit your way out of it. Oh my god, that's why they bring the gambling into it, because you're gambling on things they do not know. That's what they show you. You're the murderer. God. You have to in the game. You have to get out of it. That is a game I will play until the end, because that is so cool.
We should play it like this. If you wanna stream it on your end, but we should play it together. Not that we're here.
We should play it.
Failings from the best seat in the house? That's just a bonus. Thanks again, Morgan, for everything. I'm sure Dan is grateful too. I doubt that.
She is so grateful.
I didn't even know her name. God.
That also now makes a lot of sense why those things are, the breaks.
Oh god.
Say something.
Something the matter? No, sorry, I was mad when I left the apartment. I know she was too, so when she died... That was instantaneous, Carlos. I can't imagine that she was in any pain. In fact, I can guarantee she was dead before she hit the ground. No, I know, but I just keep thinking that she must have died angry at me. She must have died hating me. Oh. Present evidence?
I think... Okay, say first.
Yeah, I gotta say first. Fuck, pichur.
It's like in all the cases of Ace Attorney, also like, oh, there's one thing that we never got to figure out.
To tell the truth, Carlos, there's something I've been wondering about myself. What is it? Something I noticed in the ARC's data that I didn't quite understand. A piece of the puzzle I couldn't fit in anywhere else. But maybe you can make sense of it? Oh, the pills. She was holding his pills. She was worried about him and she wanted to give him his pills. Oh.
Yeah.
Where did you find that? That pill organizer was found on the victim. She had it grasped in her hand when she died. Obviously, the police added it to the R's, but it was quickly ruled irrelevant. Seems like it contained triprexazone, prescribed to help mothers with phantom itches. They're small tablets, and those are sticky claps too, for a pill organizer. Could be hard to handle with an unsteady hand.
My phantom balls.
Shut up. No one will ever know what she was feeling when she died. Even if they did, feelings are complicated. You can feel angry, happy, and sad at all the same time. But as far as facts are concerned, it would appear that when she died, what she was doing was setting out your medications for the week. That's actually so sad.
Oh
Imagine
my
dying
God.
then.
To my eyes, anyway.
Oh my god, he doesn't know.
How long is this shit now? Long night. That was just too far. I need to hug my pillow after this. Oh, this was sad. He didn't
I
deserve
love this woman. I love this woman. She's hilarious.
Practically rubbing it in his face. It's not like I care about his feelings. I doubt I'll ever see him again. But overstepping like that is pure hubris. And hubris invites a downfall. So why? Why did I even bother? It was the last piece of the puzzle, I suppose. I just need to show more restraint next time. Though there won't be the next time for Heartbreak. The gun's in custody, there's no more bullets left. There won't be a 7th victim, there won't be any more leads to pursue. The media will move on to the next obsession. I'll move on to my next MO. And no one will ever found you. District Attorney Rockford. Oh, that I did
Oh,
not...
great. She looks lovely.
Sorry, can I try that again? I'm so fired.
By all means.
How long is this shit? I'm tired!
The EP
Counselor
boy.
Morgan.
Or EP girl.
Morning, noon, or night, you're always so...
Balls high, Andrew.
put together.
Balls.
Thank you.
I don't get it. How do you sleep at night?
Pardon?
You do white noise, aromatherapy. Whatever you're doing, I need to steal it. God. I must have bags under my eyes dark enough for the dumpster.
Oh, by the way, Andrew, me and Navi gave birth to a murderer, a serial killer who's also a defender attorney, and just literally...
This game is
Prove the-
something else.
It is such a funny game.
It's
like
very
I
cool.
did not. I gotta be honest. I did not expect the main character to be the murderer.
Yeah.
But it does make sense.
It does make sense.
They did have some foreshadowing because she acted like she didn't know what it was about. While it was the biggest story of the week.
You have to
And-
play this shit. It's
Yeah,
amazing.
it's really good. It's really well written.
I think I'm gonna be live for a 12-hour stops. Assistant District
You're
Attorney
gonna be
Emma
live
Rockford.
until. Yeah, think about Ace Attorney, but instead of Phoenix Wright, you play the murderer.
She's a prosecutor, the lawyer who argues for the state in court trying to prove a defendant's guilt. And despite her sometimes unkempt appearance, she's probably the sharpest person to fill the position in decades. I should know, since I haven't beaten her once. Worse yet, she has the remarkable ability to compartmentalize all the adversarial energy and only bring it out in the courtroom. It's part of what makes her good at her job. And hard for me to read. Should I buy a new mattress? Or whatever. What they've got you doing at this ungodly hour, Emma? Oh well... Actually, I'm here for you. Me. Your client was a suspect in the Heartbreak killings. That's my case. Well then, you must have been relieved finding out that you won't have to go trial against me. No? Why would I be worried about going up against you? I always the unintended bars with her. You know what I realized? She's brown hair, brown eyes.
Yep. Oh my god.
Is it that?
It's.
Is it that?
Not so bad.
Is it that?
That would be so funny.
Is it why?
Imagine just hate your colleague that much that you're just like going to kill everyone that looks like them.
By the way, her the game's name is Of the Devil. Of the Devil.
We should have known
if
from
she
the moment
actually-
with that game name.
Oh my god. So, you're working with those detectives? Yeah, London and the new girl. Reyes. They've been reporting to me and in preparation for trial. Preparation for trial? That seems ambitious. I'm guessing they gave you the rundown. They've been doing everything they can, but it's hard to catch a killer who leaves behind so little. It's hard to kill by leaving so little behind. So Reyes told you that they had HK in custody and you popped out of bed all excited to run down here? Hardly. I haven't slept in 40 hours.
Too much on my mind. So, when I heard about the case with a single female victim shot through the heart, yeah, my ears picked up. What? But that's about all. What do you mean? Didn't they say that all victims were female? I mean, Carlos Flat, a serial killer? The same serial killer that's outsmarted the state for weeks? She's not using his middle name. He was found with the murder weapon, but I can answer that any number of ways. What do I wanna say?
First you want to save.
Yeah, I wanna save.
I don't know what she's talking about.
I literally don't know either.
So she is basically claiming.
How come?
You
We
can go from-
started.
come-
We
No,
started.
wait.
I just want to explain. We started solving the case together.
Yeah, we started solving the game. Yeah. Also, we start with the Carlos Flat. Look at Carlos Flat. Like, hover over him.
What?
We can't do that.
No.
Yeah. No, you can. That's something. Yeah,
I
it could have been flat. And then Heartbreak.
Maybe the photo showed the right hand.
No, but like, see what they wanted because it couldn't be flat. The Heartbreak.
Yeah.
They've started smarted and they used a revolver.
So we
It's
trying
right
to
hand.
agree with
Right
them
hand.
or what?
No, because it would have been the right hand, I think.
I don't get it. What are we trying to do? Are we trying to counter argument her or what?
No, I mean it couldn't have been him because it's a right hand, a lucky shot. It's
I would use the
a mirror.
photo.
It's a photo. Yeah, it's a photo.
That may be true, but then I glanced at the report. You glanced at it? No gunpowder residue on him or his clothes. Right. Too remorseful to apologetic in that note. Whatever it was about. His dominant arm modded. With documented sensitivity issues. Never could have made shots that clean. Not without getting close enough to leave scorch marks. Not to mention he's too tall for the ballistics entry angles. And probably too heavy to not leave imprints. She's got all that from a glance? God, she's good. But I'm sure a competent lawyer like yourself pointed all the out in the minute you walked in here. Of course. Worst part is she's not even being sarcastic. Yeah, of course it couldn't have been him. Long-term relationship, physical imposing, argumentative, so not the type to bottle things up. He didn't match the profile. Profile? Yeah, the... Oh right, sorry, you probably never heard of it. I know what a gut profile is. A profile is a reconstruction of a criminal's psychology based on evidence found in the crimes, kind of fallen out of fashion for the last few decades. Not much need to guess about the why when 99 times out of 100 the who is caught on camera, or before they even leave the house. I've heard it's hard to find some real fossils out and oddballs and to get evidence on how to go about it, but I think I'm getting the hang of it. About profiling.
Yeah, about profile.
So this profiling is some kind of investigative technique? The theory is that the crime can tell you something about the nature of the person who committed it. Stabbing, overkill, points to passion, rage, lust. They probably knew their victim. Poison and guns, meanwhile, suggest they can't overpower their victims physically. And then there's the things you can assume about nearly all serial offenders. Childhood trauma, prior criminal records, few or no meaningful attachments. There's a lot of recurring themes in their stories. The detectives say HK doesn't leave evidence. So how much can his crime possibly tell you? That he's diligent. Almost perfect. Highly intelligent, painstakingly organized. And with enough criminal connections to get his hands on any untaged firearm. It's rare to see her disanimated outside the courtroom. It's almost like she's enjoying herself. A sheltered house cat who's picked up the scent of a mouse for the first time.
Oh, she knows.
A lone wolf, educated, but all her playfully lethal instincts come into life. Probably overqualified or undervalued. Though I'm not thrilled about the fact that in that metaphor I would be the... Know what I mean? Definitely. And consider the marksmanship. The detective said that HK would have
needed insider information on optics. So does that mean Heartbreak is in law enforcement?
Never in 10 billion years.
Oh. Antisocial, independent, despises authority. That'd be like a stallion applying for a job on a merry-go-round. They'd be kicking kids in the head after the first full rotation. Right, that's exactly how I'd put it. There must be some connection to the police, though maybe secondary or tertiary?
Tertiary.
These types can't help but insert themselves. Insert themselves. Oh god, I do not ins. I don't do anything even resembling that. Wait, if HK is not a cop, how did they know about the blackout timing? Crime and statistic analysis, probably? Pardon? Take emergency response times from across the city and map them out, look for brief spikes in delays, chart out the dips in. Sorry. Technical, I know. But all the requested data is publicly available. With a map, a spreadsheet, and calculator, anyone could reverse engineer the timing if they wanted to. That is such an unpleasant thought, Emma. Oh god.
Heartbreak's MO, yeah.
Well, at least this Heartbreak maniac will slow down now that he's lost his weapon. He didn't lose it, he chose to leave it behind. Oh! Wait, I'm gonna check something. Not this, Rockford. Ex-Benedict plays chess, shogi, idol, 7
Wait.
stars. Okay, that's a rhythm game. The last one is just a rhythm game. Cat person, yes.
Wait. Go to the victim.
Where? Oh, here?
Victim. Wait, no, I need to like get the, what was her height?
Nu știu. Wasn't said.
Like Diana, that wasn't Diana, right? No, that wasn't.
Diane.
Yeah, why was the height in there? Oh, I hate that. In like, there's what gonna call it that. Yeah.
They definitely do resemble. I feel like that's the case. I think she subconsciously wants to kill her.
No, I don't even think that subconsciously.
No, because she says that she doesn't care about her victims. She just kills them because she wants to. I think she doesn't realize that she has a type for her. This is like Doomed Yuri.
Oh god.
That tells me he's confident he can do just fine without it. And it just makes me even more certain that these aren't his only kills. Were there other shootings with the same MO? No, not that I found. Other victims that fit the description? No. But I'm not overly focused on the victims' appearances anyway. Okay, so only these 6 victims were... I mean,
Yeah.
these 6 victims all look like each other. But they also look like a lot of people.
Aha.
That's true. Hell. They kinda look like... Told you!
I love how this game. Like, okay, for people that are like, I already can tell that a lot of people will be like, "Oh my god, this game is literally so predictable." But this is good story writing.
This is
because
great.
This gives you
This is
all the
peak.
pieces you can put it together, and then
And
Batman
then you
starts
still
on
get
you.
shocked. I get shocked.
So it's like, yeah, they actually go there, but they give. This is how you get good foreshadowing because
This-
you already get like small hints of it, and then so it's
Yes.
like they kind of fake you up, but then they say, "Nope, actually, fuck you."
Oh my god.
But you can get behind the own story. You can get behind the answer. It's so fun. Like,
Yeah.
it's able to see it coming, and that's what makes it a good foreshadowing.
Do they?
No god.
Sure, but you don't see it. I hadn't thought about it. Point is, no one can kill that cleanly when it's their first time. Getting things that perfect takes practice.
We'd call that too.
So I know that HK must have had a lot more than 6 occasions to practice Morgan. And that's why I think Heartbreak is a misnomer.
It's like hot snow. That's a misnomer.
You've got something catchier in mind? I just don't think shooting them in the heart has any particular significance. If anything, it's a testament to their accuracy, their cold-blooded efficiency. The best possible use of 6 untagged bullets. 6 kills, guaranteed, no matter what kind of life support mods they were packing. Their real signature isn't the bullets or the gun, it's the perfection. That's hard to wrap your head around. I've said that these 6 murders were just a fluke, a slip-up, a mistake? Exactly, a mistake! Yo, this is doomed Yuri. This is doomed Yuri.
Yeah, she's
She's either gonna die at the end or she's gonna die at the end. Someone's gonna die at the end. They got too
both.
clean, too efficient, and now they got the public's attention. It's no wonder they're so pissed. Are you talking about the crime scene? Yeah, probably threw the detectives for a loop, right? Based on what you said, I don't blame them. Whoever trashed that room doesn't seem like the smooth operator you've been describing. On the contrary. I don't follow. This was the last bullet, the last shot, the other 5 were perfect. So if anything was out of place this time around, they must have thrown one hell of a temper tantrum. Oh god, she's reading her like
they
a
literally
fucking book.
just
Oh my
cried
god,
it all.
these
They
two
literally just called every fucking bluff.
These two will have the most ferocious sex ever once the game ends. Or one of them dies.
They will not. They will have murder. There will be murder, Snappy.
I mean, yeah, but if they both survive, they're gonna have the most ferocious sex ever. And I'm
Okay,
here for
fair
it.
enough.
You made us sound like a child. Childish. And cowardly. And two-faced. Someone who hates to lose almost as much as they love to win. Your profile tell you all that? That? No. That part just takes one to know one. Oh! When is this demo ending? I wanna play another game!
I want to play this.
So to summarize, you're looking for a cold-blooded, faceless, perfectionist killer who you think has no persistent ammo or victim type in a city with an 8-digit population. Well, good luck! I don't need luck, I only need more information. Well, I'm sure the city would be happy to provide you with more resources. No, Morgan, I mean, I need more crime scenes. Oh. That sounds like an invitation, like please kill more. Sad truth is, if Heartbreak walked away today, I never catch them. Only way my net narrows is if they keep piling up bodies. Not a very fair trade, is it? No, it isn't. But getting screwed over is a given. It's a deal with the devil. Fair enough. Oof. Okay, that rant was pretty morbid and detailed. I need to get out more, or sleep less, but harder. You think a higher threat count would help? Don't worry about it. I'm always happy to listen to you ramble. It's a lot more pleasant than having to face you in the courtroom. Sorry, but that's the adversarial process. So, no hard feelings, yeah? No hard feelings. We're both just doing what we do. I could use a cup of coffee. How about you? Don't tempt me. If you fall asleep face first onto the table, I won't even take a picture. Okay. Just don't expect this to make a difference next time we're at each other's throats. Heartbreak won't claim any more victims. In 2 weeks, the media will have moved on to the next sensation, and the police will have moved on to the cases they actually stand a chance of closing. It's what people do. But Emma is different. She'll set it aside and work on a dozen other cases, never bringing it up. But a private corner of that frustratingly sharp mind of hers will continue to whittle away at it. Never finishing, but never quitting either. So I can't afford to take my eyes off of her. You're so... As long as that's the case, I may as well try to enjoy the view. That was the gayest thing I've witnessed. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna exit now. Holy shit. This took way too long. But was it worth it?
Yeah,
Fudge,
it
yes.
was worth it. This was worth it.
Over the Devil is probably the greatest game I played so far tonight.
But that doesn't matter.
The fact that
she like Emma's like, the victims look like me, and then even
And we were just like,
Morgan,
oh my god.
even
oh my
Morgan,
god.
even Morgan, like, they do, like she,
Yeah, but
like
that's the
she's
thing.
unconsciously kept killing women that look like her rival. It's fantastic.
But the thing is also, we called them. We said like, wait, but they
I
all
said
look like
it.
them. And you,
I said
you
it,
said
yeah.
that. We said it as a team if you said it. And if I said it, I said it.
Yeah,
That's how
yeah,
I would like to thank all my villains for joining the soup kitchen. Without you guys, these videos could never happen. Thank you for supporting me, and let's see each other on to the next one.